ye gigi de chichiri kro de enya ade a NDC gina tia na mom eye E11 anase momo to na ye de abeto Ghana for so a de ahotira aba no so mo ba o mbetwam na tie de Methodist Bishop bi ekoka he wo say eye you would not even win power to repeal E11. Methodist Bishop lashes at John Mahama. Wey Ghana web na capture sa story. The same Methodist bishop bi na no be kasa ye was say eye asori no manase nsori no ma wo Ghana de si ye gigi to a ma ye mfa ye ni nkyere ho benya no ne be nya san komo ne bedi ne wo kafa His Excellency John Mahama ho no say and a man for see Honorable Joseph Yamin a former Ashanti Regional Deputy Ashanti Regional Minister Honorable Yamuachi Wakwaba but as a pass what opinions on Ibekasa and a paid yet Bishop Yake who say
oh I Mamencha Menchia producers and so name this Mutiemi and pay or PDKC. Bishop no na some now kind very disappointing.
Power the fair.
Sebi. Mengesho so say that na say you know Obekano and Sana or Kasai, and that it leaves a very bad mark for Ubia while rising through as of the drew the Bia or way. And Kasano didn't speak well of a bishop. But Yanumbia and Natana say, you're surprised. Because why MPP, you see, that is where we have a problem. And your problem is that as of no, Mupeso, politics, Omuni woman no be a who is there. As same way I make idiot. Politics and I mean, so we don't clam the two together. Or
okay, but I didn't want to be. Who say na drink shebi na watch a year bishop a year bosonche a yensu our pass Methodist bishop Emma adese wo Dwabo Ase because so would hear them no kana 1 year said the Ghana web e catch and what say enye emprepre ho kwan ene e fa so ede toto yesika sem no because baby a yedru no man no esika sem asai na yehia omu nyansa ene adwen kese pa a ombetime tu anamo adane tebia ya ye womi said the beya bibia betima koso wano wonyini say ya adwen kire
no enke me nya adwen kire de ya rehosem ne say enkrofo we no musara no omo tenakria omo de asofudie ne kira o ni wa so behwemu ayasoma no political party e bia constituency chairman bia command speaker krazo kono pakista e bi se be bia de ne kono de se mu bia ma mekata bia enkoyi mfa because now some now kind clearly no just of no want to no
power the fair
one tias and the idea one tias there and and so when you start to speak on issue you don't understand now what don't want for ridiculous and when you sure saying me ask them no actually so from umra man from said the papa three brow that when you say that
that's right.
Papa we know Ghana because there is a point in time and the political party MPP or Obama or at one point in time told Daniel said they are going to move this country away from taxes to production. But at that time, Papa we know when he went to young guys on the matter. The group the tax but he believed at that time and went ahead to go for the MPP simply because taxes are free or normally or minor for is that not the key? But
then again, Honorable Yamin, I will bet you for to know what baby what they ne ren ni GDA ase. I mean, eba amanyokua ebet me asho my Ghana so here because what you be able to say what GD pass MPP nam kwan paswa what you Ghana free or say yemu na what ye aban FM and the Ghana FM no. Eye de dane dan nyina MPP foka Russia ni Ukraine ntokwa any yadia could you work coronavirus, and no soon as one on Akofa, ye aba. So can you fault maybe you didn't
we cannot fault him, we cannot fault him, but we want them to sit at this particular point in time. And Kaubu Sam and our Kaso, MPP communicator, Bishop Ayunsu, Nasamna or Kai, and Ogan was saying. So that what's never been made, never being kind to say a cassette, that is what we want them to state. Because for MPP, you are clear. You see, other offense, so his funeral, a Brea Pia Stadium, here a sophomore was at the interview. There's one of them, he interviewed Ayunsu. But you also may suffer me politics, Catentia, Bandia, the Ubi can be any piano by Namakasa. That is what they claim to be. Meanwhile, Omakasa knows very well that they are not doing that because the only time you hear them talk is to talk in favor of the MPP, and that is very bad. As I'm now here, I am saying that the national way was suffer. Now, Baby, now will say the NDC will not even win. On winning po and Wababe to Wababe cha levy more. What it means is that what Wabanada. But as of we're not supposed to do that. As of you know clearly that a secret ballot. What it means is that this man is not even looking any left or right. He's not even looking at Asamna, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Khan. Take a decision. Asamna Okano, is it the first time a political party disagree with a bank on and among two be piece of Babiki or Maya or Basano. Young Shadia, a brand NBC woman, Abamu. Now there were a cat award the energy sector. And the NBC decided, so young facts will be panto a petroleum product, a friend Esla.
Yeah.
They emphasize the canon fanko a canna war energy sector. Ain't me ma, ain't me a very good cable electricity. MPP in opposition. What did they see? As some can say it's a new tax.
That's right.
Now I used to know what happened. Was this still not in this country? And at that time, I know where or didn't he see that it's not good for any opposition party to want to say that you buy a two-hour developer or mine. So now for that is a bad thing.
Okay.
Go ahead and say that NPP will not even win. Not to talk of some.
Final question.
Make a statement on the tax that Ghana mining, apart from the MPP, see it that it's bad, and the political party assures them and says, "The Ottomania, meba, you only say airborne, meba, all right." Then you have a problem with it. That this is the first time ever.
Final question, Son of Mamwako. Are you by this suggestion, say? To say the nano yana motai kasa sofo no no e wo se mo hyase na mo kasa e fa ne ekoso wo man mu e say sofo no mu bi no e na hyase wo mo kasa e are you by this argument suggesting say mo enjo madwen wa amanyo se mu bi wa na?
No, that is what we are encouraging them to do. But when you come and over kira wa adwen kira no sebi fine bonnet to say the papa actually is wa me catch you we can for na ba. It's in his statement. But as a leader, as a member of the church, he should be concerned about Masami Amikeng. How is it going to affect the church that I am leading? So me say me papa we me this church as them no about over be preacher me. Probably if I were to be a member of the Methodist church, I may get a he doesn't care about it as long as now somebody favor the MPP, which is a political party he believes in. He doesn't think about the church. And I'm surprised, and I will be very much surprised if the Christian Council ain't me and Marbontin with a statement because this man falls directly under the Methodist Church, which falls directly under the Christian Council. That's now it doesn't speak well of a reverend minister to the status of a bishop. Yet you know about Tiabakata, Baokata Kanyan, said they are a bit me a day or minor kunim. A bit me ama assuring a woody and nipa added the needed respect for the church across what they are.
Very well. Medo Honorable Joseph, I mean, Wobra when Yamaya no pay, what Dwabo Ase Jumadi, so Yadasipa. Honorable Joseph, I mean, a former deputy Ashanti Regional Minister, Wano, and I'll tell in Kawo, and Sema Bishop Bosonke Ayensu, our past Methodist Bishop. ewo Obuase ekafa John Dramani Mahama statement to make it say wo ba obeba betwa E11 mo ena bishop no so kire say wonya makra no abetwam eno ena ma honorable Joseph Yamin esisa gina ye eti nkoboy ya to aso wo so adwentre ye hia miente wonka ewo de bishop yi kai ye ena the honorable Joseph Yamin so e de abetudwa honorable is a free ankra no a wo eye Okaikwe Central constituency ye sentwefo ni na ehia ebusebisa na nsam we wodi muaye bi bae wa bra ye kwa enim no ye bebo e de akyeremo basabre e bra so say ye de agudie bu nsam bebra mo Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch and of course the man hello Kweku
hello Kwame Dwada I want him say Dwada say na yeba na awon wo ho
what do you say
bia fine
yes
na eno am kopiem baby papa ko kra bi hu mi o say oh ade na ni je un pa ne say me ba say da ye hello Kweku hello papa
ene yenye fufuro ma Roger Roger
Kwame bia bako de
nyame na do
Kwame every day anobe we me tell me ade
adai
umi ni na mo fi man you what about Chelsea mu she blue
wa ahwe she so ba say goes account
no fi man you about Chelsea many chi what mu blue
Roger boja dia go de ja asem no okaro boja
no Friday wa ko she Barcelona tare abetina say right now no face mra seri some ba kudo some any ababa na no pay de ma TVS was na fi power 97.9 from channel so say Dwabo Ase say platform kese we say na kudo some no ya to no den say power money sports ni some no e bro some no do say power ni say keep sound e ko so am no na o chewie na Manchester United and sharan ko yesa na face ewure mu e premiership no ma e mo e shi Liverpool for e Japan de tu omo to anya some kitu akra other games out e ko Syria no say mo e shi ye ne nyina so sem ebe na fie Ghana Asia and some no do so na March day 28 e Ghana Premier League na Santi Kotoko e tenefene Jana Stars e Kutipanko Haso Folk and so e konya draw e wa we other games e course na fie post match conference e course so nsema coach Syria to ja players akenya no ye de ho sem e ba ye ko division 1 nso a hey bobo ko e fene say Bafo Soccer Academy wo mo e ti team e fene Tamale City o mo sibre o mo papa asutroni ebuoni ni nyina no edi videos no bro ase film ni nyina de ho nsem e bebro na no pe ewo jumade no se na fi ada news audio a eye fi nsem nyina bo ni nyina no aye di e banana prepare the British man Ebo Taylor and afi Kojofo so amaya producers a ono etachi yenso aye di nsem de banana no pe memetin edi Roger Imano from the sports monarch meaning
hello Kweku na pe yenkwe na fe yensem na se mo de yensem femfi America tuom na o twa ye e wa America memu Texas indoor games via Todwa and Ghana near Brantier friend Benjamin Azamati and Kane University of Ghana near Brantier and Okopiemo America or Jini Dim Papa na America Trozwa record ne set ya Brantier ne set ye and ei wakotru mika e Texas atese we no 9.86 na just Brantier na break on one recorder na no do ye na ye 9.986 no and e 9.86 eba Ghana America to efoni na Brantier ne sabre wo kra sa body na wode ji December wode ji din na Benjamin Azamati obeka University of Ghana na no da anamontuo yekoko piemu wo mu University Games no Brantier bo no mo de e ma ne ko gian Ghana nemu wo enche ya Olympic Games to dwa ne mo amfa na this time around Brantier mo de mo sonko a wo da ne die no ama manfo afidi pa ama manfo kasa o Common Games ba so Birmingham UK be mu no Brantier be kona face no wo kokote ne bobre area mo o man Ghana you say Brantier no mriketu 2 year and said you're setting new record no is it fatie
That is Benjamin Azamati out quickly. Azamati. Let's check that.
So epeja no home so ebe pan wo mo no se ujoni en Paul 97 on Facebook na uhwe TVS was Dwabo Ase Benjamin Azamati asset new record no ediama no ho a chese enye efedi agro miketo Ghana pian se yepim ko ni makasa aban no so ede ne mu abeba
yento so our association football ye kwa bibirem onim se wafo zombi tournament to your Niame Niger and a Jumedan Ecos and a group B game at Mikoso Emma Ghana and in Nigeria Fly Eagles and Anna 20 side and so at the episode na case the Banavino Nama to me Uncle Emma the Black Satellite of Ghana on Edinko Nkugo a couple of Polymenua Nigeria for a year Egono and a 20 side Eshomoa on Antimiantina after the game no and a coach Karim Zito Wono Wakasika Krase on kase we disappointed nemo ojiri se game no ono munya chances pia na ke wose omutimi ehye Nigeria for sene nyina mu no nioma entimi ankoya wo edinto ekamienu e wo sa game no na yenhwensem a coach Karim Zito edi etuja after the defeat.
I recommended Nigeria by coming early to adopt. Adaptation, you have to play some few friendly matches for you to acquire the necessary energy to face what you want to do. And this will not be. So now, the preparation is after this match, we've now, okay. Now we have to prepare ourselves towards Burkina. And Burkina, they will also play anyway. But that will be our preparation period. Now, Nigeria, will use Nigeria to prepare ourselves now. We've seen it. They've seen it before us. So now, as I said, we are going to use the next match to make amendments. Because now we've tasted.
Eti na tisano sema coach Karim Zito the Black Satellite of Ghana head coach and some of the no mo so say oman yefene say Beni and say Edincho ekabako oman yefene say Togo for sana group A game and also ekoso dano memeda
yanko any many afeni enchem club football Ghana's Premier League match day 28 matches no eto Ghana otwe ya na se na enye efedi agro na say the results e bae na no efiara Kagere Olympics etire fie twa brekum Chelsea Kemiro a woro ntimi ansemu Arabranca abrantie fere mo se champion and after Samuel Abekwe and a bontranom and so Edmo Olympics afa be United meme na no tire fie ni Accra to folk about Penkro obi a hye ne ngwaka ebako abrantie fere Manuel Owusu ehye Edma ebobuko fere be Sana Suraj Seidu ete Canada ma to folk upiemo Theatre of Dreams and Ray e de Udia Dreams FC woro me hye mienu RTU and so hye mienu Ejenim Boate Mensen after Ali Uzaif and a bon Tanner Dreams Afena Ronald Frimpon after Samuel Bauer and so take Canum and so Ama Riota Male United 11 wonders at Refie or Hinami Park Edra Kaela by 2-1. Abrantia Fena Sumaila Moru and a goal de Canafe Ibrahim La and said the Tosminum Edama 11 wonders Joseph Ba and a Shanu Ongo Edema Kaela Bobu Cafe Babiani Dance Park Babiani Gold Stars Warum answer to a Kumasi Kirfai Selekamino, Warma Timu Ebako, Emmanuel Odai, Eshanu Ongo, Edi Emma Bobo Ferric Faisal, Emma Brante Ferner Prince of Pokwadimai, Emma Bon Tanimiru, Edis Ostroman Krimdia, Echo Edmoma Fayan to Tremwe, Nefeni Entemo Takwa Akunpak, on a mediama, answer to a future Bossa Shantigur, a Kaminua, Warman Timian Simon Baka Patrick Ansu, and a Prosper Usu, and a Bon Tanet Mafei, and Raya Santigoroko, Etan Babanya Ragu Pamaso. Ane bobo ko fene Dynastas abati penkro obi a se nenko ebako Frank Mbela Itoga ehye goro edma kotoko ena fe Bright J ete kanu ere ema Dynastas demo hye se arantie fene Mbela Itoga enya penalty mienu eboni na sena ambo makotoko enya nkurim dia fei udu ni chem papa kosindum agopa maso Omina sa shemienu wafa womu enso shemienu na Chese Francis Otin ena Clan Afo ena bontrano enso Edma Omina Shana face no Henry Owari ena fe Godwin Segla enso tuntrano edema wafa ene udu ni chem Accra Sports Stadium Accra Lions ene Lagos Cities ena edi ebo Ghana Premier League no enso.
After match day 28 and then match back kwake man because na say na league table na tie Kumasi Asante Doko say no ebo draw still at the top 56 points plus 33 goals and 23 goals and Ekuta Kumasi Asante Doko no toshime no Betemi United and so Ekuta 47 points plus 13 goals and Afimia Sayo Media Sporting Club 46 plus 3 goals and Afia 9 House of Folk 44 points plus 11 goals enum Great Olympics 43 plus 5 goals goals in afe insia Diana Stars 42 points plus 8 goals in afe Niono so etosuma kumaku insia no na se Diana Stars no mo 42 points plus 8 goals no na Kalela Ababatos and Son ekuta 40 points plus 4 goals Ngochi Legon City 39 plus 9 goals and afe Nkron Blekum Chelsea 39 points minus 2 goals Ash Godedu ekuta 38 points plus 7 goals and afe Dubako Bebeni Gold Stars 38 points minus 7 goals Dumienu Dreams FC 33 points as some any go biamonso omundi go bia kana afe Dumiensa Red Tower United 33 points minus 6 goals and afe Dunai Accra Lions omukuta 33 points minus 15 goals and afe teams omuda aseon no na se Dunum 11 Wonders 32 points minus 9 goals and Aduisa Kimfesa 31 points minus 6 goals Wafa Tosu Dunson ekuta 27 points minus 15 goals and afe Elimina Sharks Aseonoma 21 points minus 23 goals na top scorers no Abrante for Frank Impera Etuga wano wa Santiago ashe 19 goals yawo ano wa Santiago ashe 16 goals Bright J Diana Stars ashe 14 goals and afe Augustine Okra Bechem United ashe 13 goals and afe Ejenim Boati Mensa our Dreams FC and so abo 11 goals and afe Abrante yefona Ibrahim La our 11 Wonders wano so ashe 11 goals and Abrante for Bashir Osman our Kalela United one also no about 10 goals na Ushe March day 29 and Uche Babesima no Bakosa say and a fish says na hosem etie Adriana Stars ebetene fie ni Elimina Sharks e dia pemso na Brekum Chelsea and so enemy Jama Sporting Club e dia readers has a folk about Bebiani Gold Stars na Red Tower United about Bechem United West African Football Academy Wafa and so near Accra Lions about na Ash Goat about Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko na Legon Cities and so any Dreams FC and so at the Aridat way March day 29
Sharon says I games in na midweek games and I bet to John Ocheri and Remwe near Feni Enchem or Bechem when say out of a country draw against Bechem United on an Afosu Giabo Park after the game. Kasi Mingo coach Edma Bechem United to just say game the non-competitive Dinkudim of Edicano. Nemum drawn over Fanasa.
Competitive game and my player did not play the way we've been playing always. So I'm disappointed in their play today. They were a little bit sluggish today and they were not putting our passes together. And the way when we finishing, we attacked the 18. They were not doing it today. I don't know why it happened. Normally, in a team, when you miss some of the key players in your team, that's definitely those who are coming, they could not play like those who have been playing. It will take time before they can get into the team. So that.
All right, you know, Arian Sama, Kasemengo de Tuja, someone body out of work, one man coach, what your first menu, chances for Munya, dear. Ne dosu pa, nemo 1-1 over Fanasa.
We were lacking scoring abilities, but I sat down with them and we talked and we practiced it, and I think that it's now got into their head, and I believe, though we squandered a lot of chances, but I believe gradually it will also come. That's our hallmark, but it's quite unfortunate that we didn't start this season very well. But we believe at getting to the end, better things will happen. That is that we are playing match after match. Now we are done with this one. The next match we are going to prepare towards this, and I believe that if you take match after match and we make sure we go all out with every part that we play, I think that at the end of the season, as a folk will be in a better position.
Yentua Sawo Kumase ho and Akrobia Kumase Asante with the Quatina Fiana Stars about one after the game and a Dr. Prosper Natokum Akasaka Kradia fa game a course of Munya Drono Yenti na Yensheni some hour the Tuja.
Oh, not at all. I mean, he's been playing and he's been scoring, and once he mixed, I encourage him that is part of it. And this is not the first time he's missed a penalty. I think he did that too when we went to Elimina Sharks. He mixed. I spoke with him. He got his confidence back. From that time, he converted all the penalties that we had. It's just unfortunate that today's penalties that we got, he missed them. But that is it. I mean, he scored a good goal. I mean, a very fantastic goal. We could have gone up by 3 goals to 0, so that what has just happened wouldn't have happened. But first one, goalkeeper saved. The second kick, spot kick, it hit the upright. He got it right though. So it's part of it. We don't have to worry our heads so much about it because it's game over. There's nothing we can do about the scoreline. All that we have to do is to
And yes, some Dr. Prosper na Teugum Eddie to Janwichi, Ediana Stars coach Benzola. Wanna say Kasai Yentina Fiona Summer, wanna say it to Jan.
I told you from the beginning that the team that will play tactical game, Kotoko were playing a very good football in the first half. But second half, after our changes, everything changed. For them to beat Aduana first round, 2-0 at Nana Ajmambedu Stadium. When we were coming, even many of our supporters were not sure that we could pick a point here. So I'm really happy. This vital point will ginger us in our next home game.
And yes, some Aduana Stars coach Ura Benzola needs some our dear Tuja.
Now, young National Division 1 League. Now, na zone 1 Ohio Dimpa. Na just step for set fear and so trema ebo 1-1. Sabre Crona Mona face no Bafo Soccer Academy. And so Tamale City ebo 1-1. Just road ye. Na gauge na pe. Name after second na code here. In Swatre Abra ebo ko fan Bafo Soccer Academy. Any Tamale City ebo 1-1 we no. Ebo 2-4. And Ishobu Kasebo and Kase Pampame. And yet just what and they Bafo Soccer Academy tita for a boot Tamale City for no. Odia joining on power 97 on Facebook. Now face TV as well as a tutu sha. Not your video no one judge say Ghana football. Say Sadia way ye ho a ye bo de beku animu a. Ye show video no.
I mean, we should be treated as if we are not part of Ghana or we are not part of the league. It's obvious. You all see. Most of the decision that he made went very wrong. And aside that,
yeah, per video no dia mamo. Now fe what we said here. And also no
very bad. Now here senior
true for pen. Na ya tubo glass mu. Na future players will come.
Car no senior glass na ya say no. Na edu baby no mudi moto. Timo wa bobo we a wo kono.
Wouldn't say motor chase. Wouldn't say na May 9. Wouldn't say na May 9. Eti on say asem ni asem abehia. Esa so kire say Ghana ha say. Yes. Ensem si asamba atorienchamba na ya begina obrofo akese kota akese na ya tutu na ya kotu amanfa and even the punishment are not deterrent.
Last is
punishment omudi ma premier division support
them for dey we watermali na fi echi support say yen jai na ya asem ni basa
record too much home ban na osan ko fie asa akwa sa group amana so everybody home matches. Kwamo de emphasis
and to the area ye ba ye beto aso na ye kwamo no ne kakra CAF Champions League no semi final games no e ba so na o chewie ye na ayade atime fa na Petre Atletico Mutenefe e ma Wydad Athletic Club e ko shema kamiensa wono mo ete kanamo bako na fe elali e she kanan e ma ES Setif womo so e kanon omo antimi anti ase pesitaw e bo brace e wo sa game a na se timi ko na fi Confederation Cup no so TP Mazembe e she kabako e ma RSB Bikani e kanon antimi anti na fe timi fa na elali Tripoli e tene fi ma Orlando Paris e ko shema kamieno a antimi anti Richard Fori clean sheet pra na wa ye de ma Orlando Paris nti
Kwame, beto aso ewia mo beto aso because baby adri there e was say ye chance e keka ya adwen me da say Roger Emmanuel and afen so hello kwaku somebody agudie mu nsem abre na no pay wo Dwabo Ase dwumadie yi so wo power 97.9 go Facebook live Kwame nka page o matwe say momra ne yendi nkomo ye betra se di nkomo abom ye bedwenwen o my Ghana ho abom enti na enche bia ye de ye tonton sansan no eba wunim na watwa wie minim say that's my bit to dia ba me ba bia mete no and na Facebook call social media na me hwa man for complaints ebi die free Kumase ebi die free Techiman ebi die free Upper West Upper East Bro region Oti region just Ghana for na nyina no bia e ma complain say memenda enwumre homu ho baby ye dumo bia kania ni ye kofa asade de bai no enchiremu bia ba enchiremu ne ntasu mu ebia me na maswan de ebia me nshedante no ma bia say because me hwe the level of investment akoso na ban we ba ya wo ka say wono ejapade a obeto ye eye nyinam kane a ho ode a abroso abuso na omu hunu de omfa eye ne edidi so no na say ne abuso no nye no bibusa mo say with all this investment eye dan and I yebeka say gas pressure was say ba no esha ɛdeɛ dan ɛne yɛbɛka kyerɛ sɛ mfidie bi ɛho atɔkyew enti yɛntimi fa nyinam kanea ɛma Ghanafoɔ ɛnɛ yɛba bɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ no mɛnkɔ baabi a mafidie no ɛna ha yɛbɛso yɛ tontonsansɛm sisiɛ.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always drink fresh, natural eggs, mineral water.
You still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Ifo kra na menye sika edia ye mefui.
Ehin papa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre menye bosia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekoko bosia, susu account, and it does wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so what to me aka sɛ.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check. Visit Auto Checks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto Checks, check.
Auto Checks, your safety, our priority.
Check, Auto Checks.
Welcome to the Royal Dazzle Event Center. With a lush and well-maintained lawn and garden, you are assured of the best serene and comfortable atmosphere to organize all your family and social events. Live the royal moments here with friends and family. The hosting capacity of 600 to 800 people makes Royal Dazzle the most versatile of places to host weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, concerts, and many more. Create your memories with us. Call us for inquiries on 055-814-8585 or 024-620-2144 or pass by and speak to any of our friendly staff. Locate us at My John, close to Zoom Lion headquarters. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories. The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Sawote Konkoya Natrasa Samaba Sawote Konkoya Natrasa Samaba Sawote Konkoya Natrasa Samaba
Ghana for Yaba. Dwabo Ase ni pound 97.9. Tonton Sansan Brenie. Na humu nyina wo Facebook Live. Momma numbers ne so Dr. Okobano. Macho Facebook Live. Ubutu so kama. Oyibo Boateng edi live on Facebook. Chris Aflete edi live on Facebook. Sanso Seth Segbefia. Would you say radio station Kano Kreno? I don't need radio station we power 97.9. And I feel so share live with TV XYZ. Mami Famufa say ansa na yatie sim. Hwe ye catch say abandada eye Jo Mahama aban no. Wo fra aban so ejapade baako a wodi ja aban wei eye SS power. Say yenya enyinam kane ahoden amena buso ama ye hunu ni aka no ni ye de beye. To the sense say ebibu ni twa abandada ne mpoa. Say what the nsa nkrata biasia e de enyinam kane ahoden bre ye ya ebuso asese ye hunu ba bia ye mfamfa. Next say edi adanse pefe say abandada no e de no matoto akwa mu say de be ya e ba ye enyinam kane ho nsem a asam enye dai emba eti ba ne say ena na wotwa wie ye memenda Ghana fa na nyina no bia e complaining see edumo mu kanea ba ne say ena na esum edwade o my Ghana to the sense ebra no mo ye VGM no kura no mete say presenters ne baako de ye empasero asem say abante baako bia wotonyom kanea na amanfo hwehwe no no de aba stage ne so. Yes, that is the level I abedru. Eti ye wo hwa kwasi da ye behwa ne say statement bi aba na me pesa me kind statement no netie mu nsem na ye musebisa ye ho questions bi because ade ba kwa me pesa odi tu trim eye SS power ye nya nyinam kane ahoden amena buso fatu trim. Now afetie statement we echiechemu we ya aba na wa fakwa adwindwin mu ne bisebisa ho nsemfua bi. Was say we have switched Twin City and same power to run on LCO. KTPP switched to DFO, but gas prices are still low, so car power is still down. together with a combined cycle unit at Tico. Consequently, there is a deficit of 364 megawatts. We have had to shed load at Kaswa, Dwabo Ase, and Angomaso. We will restore the load shed when gas pressures from additional generation units come into operation. The pressure to me any oja ebetime pia jamframa netiba kogu video mu na aboa amyenya enyinam kanea no ho to question say every leader bi obi a wudi adwumaku anim aban anim say yede asoye bia abahwia wo so say wo na hwe na toto no ma bia yie no ade a wo so wo ye in terms of preparation wa ho siesie wa ho boa ene say e wo say wudi BBC wani so afen so e wo say wudi wadwen bu ebusa ho say bia BBC ni BBC esia ade na maye etienne Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe mi busa say projections ben waye eba ye nyinam kan ya wonsam ya mi say busa say anticipation ben e na wo ye ugu so a wo ye wo de wadwe abu say no ma bi say ebetibasi ede na ade atoto akwan mu adanti na muntimi mbeka no kure no enche Ghana fo se bibi atochew eti say Ghana fo ye be mamu load shedding timetable say de be ya bu besiesie mo ho ene sabra ye ka say manyinya messages from across amanfo echo madwen say ya dundum mo kanea obi da coastal no obi ne coastal wakotena ene shop efra nopa be no nsia be si na yenso kanea abobe no so apa wo simadunum yenso kanea no eti bedai ena oni akono wa ye na djuma mo sore nso a mo se djoma ama penso ebra dum so ne bai no e ma amanfo adwuma seye na mo nyiri se de mo yei ebe ma amanfo adwuma seye mo nyiri se ne ekoso yi ebe ma amanfo adwuma seye wo mo e de anyinam kanea ena eyo mo business no mo nyiri se sate bia ya ye wo mu ebe ma mo business sasai ena fa ngo boy sey wo to fa ngo e de agu eye wo generator mu a say si kasai na obobo udwetire kra ye say emfaso kra efri dwetire wo dia say adwuma ni mu kra no eye say emfaso no wai na adia wonda ho wontina ase anwene ho eka wonwene ho wo so obi nhyehyɛ ya bɔne nti na ye dia behwea wo so na ye koka wo ya mo so mo mayenka ade amamu otoro no amamu a mumu Ghana for mumu temamu for the twame nsuru kwa ne Public Utility and Regulatory Commission sa adwumakuo no abadwumakuo no ne mfaso kwa ne de abaya adwumakuo a ewo so mu tiram edema Ghana for Public Utility and Regulatory Commission mu tiram na mu kabi ema the Ghanaian electricity consumer, the electricity customer, the water consumer, the water customer mu be kabi amomo no mu nyina ma ye kom na motete ho bosome so a moso na moji akatua kese moso ena moji akatua kese moso fa so kra ne de mu wie so a no mo sa atade fita akotena sori dem ese mo bompaye onyame sumponie na ba fra kwaku firi onyame sumponie na ba ko nogoko onyame sumponie mo kano kra mo sori so na mo di Ghana fo ni mo twitwi fam mo Ghana fo na mo di tumi esa mo nsam no mo omo hwade bi esi wo ye nsori dem hwade bishop bi soka wo ye Methodist bishop ye wo kabi mami kabi amamu omo yes esa fata se wo so obi a kire na adwen yes but nukredie eya de hia wabra ye kire ya adwen ena se wo di domani ma eni se wo si kira ya e di mpapa mu beba ena Joseph Yami kan no wo de bishop ya kan e de na kire se emfa papa mu emma na asori dan hey so bi eye John Mahama supporter na what is a bishop Methodist bishop pa e kasa se ya wo giri se woni be kono betra asori dan wabra eye sofo pon ya kwotera simpie so se wo ba be kan nyame adwena kire mo se mo de maso mo ho ene mamanyosem a mo nsa se nyim onim na mo nya amanyosem ne ehwe. If you want to be a political your friends a spokesperson for the MPP down where for cash to and some your person can nya video yet Ghana ha ye kwa batuo mu nipa nko ahwere mu nkwa mu nyina mu ye kom yɛte Ghana ha yɛde momotoɔ abeto Ghana for so ahokyerɛ ba saa nkɔmɔ no ne yɛdie brabɛka bia wo se John Mahama kra wonya ma na wabɛtwa 11 mu ɛde abufu sɛm ni woyɛ sɔfo panyin mama me nkasa w'anim saa wankasa yie wo kasa ne kyerɛ sɛ wo afa baako ba sɔfo nyɛ saa sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokyerɛ w'adwen ɛwɔ asɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ man mu a ɛwɔ sɛ wosi gyinaeɛ a afaafa no nyinaa bɛkyi atom sɛ ɛyɛ asɛm no ɛna woka ho asɛm. Why are you attacking the messenger? Deɛ John Mahama ka yɛ bɔne bɛɛ na wɔm wodeɛ bɔne a wɔm no bra bɛkyerɛ yɛ sɛ ɔka sɛ wɔba bɛtwa 11 mu no bɔne a ɛwɔ saa asɛm no mu no ɔsɔfo bra bɛkyerɛ yɛ saa ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ bayɛntie deɛ Honorable Elvis Afri Yanka wɔka fa saa gyinaeɛ a Methodist Bishop BC yɛ tie saa asɛm wei
ewiase mu asɔfoɔ judges ne mpanimfoɔ mu ɔsɛ nimdie no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde obuo ne ne deɛ ɛde ma ɔmo insofar as sɛ ɔmo yɛ ɔmo adwuma ɛwɔ nokora mu na Bible kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ obiara na ɔka sɛ awurade pra hɛmɛ mu ɔsɛ by their fruits you shall know them ɔsɛ nea ɛwɔ akoma mu no ɛno ɛna ɛda adi eti nipa bi ani ɔbɛka no ɛno na ɛwɔ n'akoma mu na sɛ sɔfoɔ no ɛmɛda partisan person na ɔno no ɔkasa ɛde etia one political party sɛ aba a yɛba abɛto no ɔno no ɔmma ho kwan ne kyɛ sɛ sese no ɔnyɛ sɔfoɔ biom nti sese no me deal with him not as sɔfoɔ but me deal with teacher nti ɔsɛ yɛnya saa nti asɛ no ɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ wei ti na ɔman ne nkɔ so woyɛ sɔfoɔ ɛwɔ sɛ wodi nokorɛ yɛte ɔman mu ɛna yɛakɔto aba nipa nwɔtwe ahwerɛ ɔmo nkwa 8 people have lost their lives in an election asɔfoɔ mo hu nka koko the reports aba sɛ Ghana yɛsikasɛm atete apansam asɔfoɔ hu nka eti saa papa no wɔ show by ne ne yɛ sɛ ɔnyɛ sɔfoɔ ɔyɛ MPP ni ɛna wahyɛ political clothes wɔkyerɛ aba ɔman mu a Ghana baby abefe bi obi ensu 11 taxes ne ade no ono ebi nka no ebi ana odidi ye man bibi ketase enti oni credibility any reputation
ebi ana ne mfurum pima ye ma enti na wontimi nka ensem na hia Ghana for wa hwe wasore ma edu collection bre ya hwe se de ya wusi bre ansa na wonya sika me na bo ano ewo asore hwe se de ya wusi bre wo mu tua tight tua kra ye den ama ensore ma when na tresa ho kire wo krom a ne jai se wo de amanyofo naka no eno na wo de akire ena omama hodo e wa wiase nyina no aho kire no wom eno na me papa so ka trasem ni bi se amama wa wiase nyina no omo wa ho kire edwan minka wo de die amama wa wiase nyina no aho kire no omo wom sa propaganda no mo bi nyimfiri yetrim sa wo ye Ghana ni na wa manone na wo de da bia sa asem we da wa no wo de firi amanone na ne embetena kroma after all efie ni fie wo de sa wo say amanone ho no aho kire wo ho enoma mu odin e wa America enoma mu odin e wa UK free UK na ne embetena kroma because efie ni fie anya bia body bi de wo ti si efikyire ho a wo beti akotwa body bi na watoto body dwonoare mebo a enti bu firi amanone ho no na mom ne embetena ha say what kind of propaganda is this? Na ye ka mom yenka ense twefo na mo sori a na mo tata o mo de mama fa dance die we kyerem mama Manase azure Manase asem bi okafa John Mahama wo de tie we hesese dia amanfo asase e kasa o me say hwa dance die we tie Manase azure we say dwadi wo say Manase, I do not agree with some of the things you say or write about me, but I would defend your right to say them. Why the case the same way? Manase say, where any asema anase nkoma etwa wone John Dramani Mahama ediye. Sabra no emampanyi ne nkoma etwa to oni ni diye etese Manase wonsam ni bia woka wonsam ni bia wotwere fa me ho no dodo na ni ewo dodo na wo ho a me ne wonya adwen nanso akwanya ane fa hodi a wowo so betima che wadwen sensentwani ni de mekoso agira so na mabɔ ho ban. Yes, Mampanyi, John Mahama na ka asase we. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ubetiwa ka asase we acho hene babo amabanie. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ubetiwa ka asase we acho Mugabe Mase. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ubetiwa ka asase we acho Edward Adati. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, Alanchiro Martin, Agric Minister ya wase, say fertilizer Vurumponko ene di dwane koi. Ubetiwa ka asase we. Edi ache PSA okra Ubeti wakasa asem wey. Edi ache anasa remi anasa. Was in the principle. And I did to katas said the proyase. Ubeti mi akasa asem wey ache no. Afe mami vim lady. Vim lady. Ewo news file. Mimi de ya. Efia pokuya. And I didn't say soon. No, when for you way, any assembly will come and then the fa vim. What do you was say? I have installed 7 CCTV cameras, yet I cannot sleep in my home. Vim, I don't think I want manoniana. Means all you didn't I want manoni. But so when you send Jenny and Manica Sassam was say, may the cameras bear and show an album fear. Now so still men should go gem. Mean to be nami fear. A dear next. A day energy, Mammy Elizabeth or Hinny, I dance it yet a video. Mammy Elizabeth or Hinny, information minister could do upon Chroma. I was just said, yeah, about media freedom, and I say freedom of expression. Said, you see, a Susu Karina, and no man, ye jiraso, Ediano, Assessa, me say. Woba ukrom Ghana ya we information minister and ano near new yens and judgment ya one kasa woman for one kasa wunuanom and asase e kasa manase woni na ya dwuma pay vim lady 2012 elections na woni omo and anana TV so ni radio so and anana e cover kojo vim lady asama o kan yi camera so and odi abone dem as want to be na di fie e kire bibi afa yenkwa enim me say ne etoro ne na da no and me da na didi a chemo Yabakacha say on April 1, 1st April, and I say April Busumimu, ya the Commander Sugar Factory, Yabesha say, Amana Yajuma, Bessin and Yajuma, Commander Sugar Factory, Bessin, she see what, or Tina Yabatu Yabwase, near this uncommon. But with him, I did the 1 also, would you tell the health minister? Mini about birthday, they are not wedding birthday, no cancer, May 6, first to near Shadi, health minister, Quaquajuma Manu, was say. And so one some a one crying and the Kumase I abaya kwansi dear Cassia and your agenda 111 health minister and a casa we. Oh, not down with the Tikromha. Oh, said yes, see that damo. Eti one mugusu amuyese and a banker be no madam who conveyor belts. Telephone no wire. The abemum penny for Becano. One casa mumfa dream and pensemnimo. Now one casa won't find fear Yansa and in Yansa and Yakupon Yadomo and fan and quadrimu and who baby and Ukraine war and besabisa wounds and Fubi. No more fast, some no number the dam. Oh, said yes, he that damo. Ya kasi ebe ya agenda 111 ni abotwe kunkurede ni abodwa kese ni enim ya no ni abodwa kese ni sakete ni sadoa na yenya eye minister no ahye the coat pampe na eye mampanyin so ahye coat pampe no abagina simpie so no ahye tu brofo akese de kire ye na yenyina ya boaje so hey ade ache ye nie land issues in Accra and Kumasi affecting agenda 111. Land issues in Accra and Kumasi affecting agenda 111. But anado Ghana mampani wabra me de tonton sansan beto femno. Mamin kai wasembia wo kache Ghana for efo eba wasise wo mo wabra na wo sire to me e de free Ghana for wo ka say babo shemu a say
all the things I told the people of Ghana, that God willing, if they voted for me, that I will do. I want to assure you, we are going to do all the things that we said we're going to do. Free secondary education, the revival of the National Health Insurance Scheme, one district, one factory, one village, one dam, the Zombo Development Fund. All of these are matters that we are going to address and do to promote the welfare and the progress and prosperity of the people. I will need your support. I will need your prayers. I will need you to keep me in.
See, nienti abakwasem wo ho wabra me de manusi no. Ni se bra no ko. Nienti abakwasem ewo ho. Nienti atechirema ewo ho empro. Ene se de be ya ye besua bibi afri nia enra esi ye no ho. Me se sa atete kwa politics we. Mum ye nya ye. Some penny for Bejra and him as he says, a Barcasia, Yamuso question, near one jobs, yeah, or what crab of Fudayakano, who could be as a cardia, one day, but what you know, yeah, near Banyum, no, Sound politics, you know, Mama Yanyai, I am talking to the young people of this country. The destiny of this country is in your hands. A brother, some of us sorry, na nyansani nimdiana yadya mumu, ewo sukumuno, mama ne manfaswa. Who go school for a reason? Sukuno, who go inside a baya wosho, who bet a reason. Obi bejina wanim no kasa me ba be ya agenda 111 me dia so bofoma wa bra dwumadie no anasa wa bra mbre koni nyina no. You need to be questioning them. Accountability is part of governance. Womu po e wo so mbekire enyentia wo mo ne nam nom de private jet nam e wo so mbekire enyentia e ye e-levy chinchira wo mu hia wa bra mo gigi sa sika ye free eboto bi e wo se egusu joso mo ebuso mo nyom di sika no be ye. That is what governance is all about. Yeba.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, good papa.
Ganabam, if your apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. But I'm going to the same thing you get to an answer. What was that? What are to wait here from doctor no. Where are they? What must I do? This is tobacco. Ghana Bam, young to Emma to her, and first at tobacco, and for 20 cities.
Nemo, say the Ghana Bam come, sound two, so also. If you come from Ghana Bam, you can resist.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hours.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fapa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre mi yebusia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekoko abosia, susu account. And it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account. And then the keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Now one so what to miaka say.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Entime pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Forget about the rest and listen to the best Power 97.9 FM.
Cabinet. Ajay. What was idea bopuru kokoko. If you jidisika. Hey! Amuchi na nie. Na ni nyina ya Daniel go oba yi so. E ma de mu bro. Ba nyame nchira mo wote. Nyame nchira Ghana ma. Oh yes. Obopopo eye abomu na wanu aduane. Go de sini kunu echi. Na akura yi sa so bonachi. Na kanina ni yetako afuom no yakwa afuom a eja ne yepaya ho kese pa no na so maame no na akoda bonachi na be ma ne kura fie bi na ayi kotokuro zukura no asa sebia nyame ncha de na afidie ne tibi yi na ma obo se enam ne kura no se be ma nie wode kire no Ghana ma nyame nchira mo wate nyame nchira mo eno waya de I jump in a mind to say happy belated Mother's Day. And not some from me say can radio. If you're ready, it's your suji. Can you suji? Hey, I'm a Ghana su bro. Nintema bakwa odi free agege baye. Santuma ya na free na. Entuma nyina tete. Ne manu nso ntimi mobra bia mane nyantuma foforo emfemfra araho sem agrada akudie ebra so say yadi mfoni kase ebebra mo ba me ko Facebook live messages ahodo aba patience of 40 say as for this asofo nom de kwa me ja o mu o Mario say jamra se kwa me kosoa na tuja ote ye tawachi Philip Abochi enso ehwe Africa say good morning to the responsible women in Ghana. Today, Abochi Philip is having two issues. One, keep on saying the Keta Government Hospital is in darkness. Hey, sir, Keta Government Hospital. Money and you kania. No, but as I was saying, dear today, young friend MP know what area hold on. That young friend you name found. Patience so far, he said this is a Kufuor government and his ministers. What they are trying nada and sa no mudidim. Samuel Otin say. Listen to himself. Anansi didn't sell token. And I said, "Dear, tell me your dancing. I mean, shroud on your kese. I want him to dear would dear." John Yaro say, "Or soften ye nyachum. Bishop no way nyachum." Julia Stacy, good morning, Kwame. And you are pana yama on my Ghana. And I'm very say, Jambra say, Mokoswa Namuntu Jana. If when you can see a brain, you're crab matching at the same you.
Kwame Nyankrupo Ngado ye na ni odi message free keta buy no. Me anya me ngwa. Se enkramantama kra street light nye juma obi bebi sa se dantina from mantama yarasabia kane ni wa he ngwa enya me ngwa onim se security installation e wo Ghana ha enkran ha street light nye juma wo
of course
Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. If you want ma bepim, we say bepim hanom osumpotema street light nye juma. Honoma ya asrafo won biaya wo mu ye juma. Security installation. Enya police o eye Ghana Army military installation. Na street light nye juma ho. Enfa ho. Omana yetimuni.
Eti contractor kese a ye de se ye nuanom ne ye namfo nom yere nom nsem no. Akosi sei. Die mbeni se mokoso antu jaija no omo pepa. Jenkwe so de yeti dendende o se more fire. And a patient so for on the ose as asofo no on the obegene sami adako ba wunim akra anope yo ho minim aduane a wubedi de ba me no aduane a mekanfo ama ene eye top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink.
Onim se top choco no ko ene eya wo birthday anope miri fisie no ko se deda medi top choco
3-in-1 chocolate drink
enu a me se brodobi a di top choco na yemuza je no
peda top choco eye chocolate spread ebe biem na the fam
lovely
na wakapa no na siase
lovely
now they are nom 3-in-1 chocolate drink na ye top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink and they are hoden beba
eba ne sa ho beba okusuku a na adwemu bia
what do you say eti we no fire no ya so amamo top choco for mudi enie but kai say koko aye de ye top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink na Ghana for koko ye bia de tete kwashi e de free Fernando Po de ba ya ye dua ma se de ye de gro no eno ebi ena ye de aye eye top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink ena face top choco chocolate spread so Ghana cocoa ya ye diem ena ye de aye 3-in-1 drink no wonim esitere wom medic wom ena face cocoa yi bi ewom etufo betima for 0243 033 033 0243 033 033 kotubi na cotton ena face wa wutie mehwame wo pe bia to sisi a so to bia twa ho achia bia wo bawura ma wo so pe top choco chocolate spread and a face so top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink. Your bonus amanane say it's chocolatey. Top choco it's chocolatey. Agra
Kwame
tisim
Daily Post and nano pe me be fiase. Na Bishop Bosomtwi ayensu nimfoni wa hanom. Kwame asema ode aba no mengunwa so sofo betimi akasa anope bra ore kasa no ka bribi se yanga to aba nipa maku nye ba ku nye nipa beno nye nipa basa maku 9 copy 10 wonga ko tututuo wonegu
adura zo
osofo wa kaka we akmer swale we ensem turafo yetata
wo mo hwiro mo nkwa wa bra no mo ye kire we adura no
wo we ko mengunwa se sofo betimi akogina na amanyoni kwakọ na asem na ni nyonko amanyoni na wa ba mu no no ntimi fa anu yi ma na mom
una ba
bebu akire una be kasa ma wo uye PRO uye mouthpiece emma political party ana
you gina hen ada na adwuma na nso nani
osofu nya nhwehwanim no aya nya atum
kodwo bonkroma adwuma na opeso oje ya na
kwam ye beka no kware na kire no se
ana ya bo abia samu adwuma na opeso oje
osofu nya ntina wei ana abranti no wo esantimantem no e ka osofu nyankupo be twaw yem okay apia stadium also muye nyatum nyankopon di na ba no be guamo osofu we nyatum muyai
we obi the message about Lizzie Samson the message about say abansha say wojeju omutoa ombe sha ase akem
wo be kasa enti 11 won ko tebi wa sorry dem na sorry funu won fu tia tight nko be hu se osofu ayensu bosomtwe be hu se yiw ne ekono man nem ayeso bia na oyiye yesa ne ma bia na ono fa kwanya bi so enya bribi because Ghana for say 11 no eye ding nyama mu aye ding nyade say ye betumi atua abanze tintintinti Ghana for munso na muntua o mampani dida wo say me ba ndisi fu ye ba ye betwam na wo so fo ko gina ba bi say ma ne ma wo ye hina wo ko to aba wo ye wa ba to no aye ba ko pe etidenti na o kan sa aye nya tumsem ye kan no kware nkire no
ya kan wie ye kwa anim
Kwame mate ye twa so kwa anim ma mi fa aye daily graphic ntwa so ha na obeka na nse na ban be kire mu se benchmark value no o se watew so
eno kra di ade
benchmark value no se bia obekra ne mafia ma no ne aba na bia ebo eda so no abank se mehwa nema bi se no metew so bi nso wo ho a me de kakra be de be kwa ka ho na se ne be nema be koso ye abank di san chicha e bae no egutafo be kai se e de how be break Ghana man wonga bank se da bi da 2019 ana bank fiase se odi san chicha no every year juma and the Colonel Kwejo Damwa ono no commissioner general e wo Ghana Custom Division, Ghana Revenue Authority, which means Ghana, younger Srisika, por 9 billion Ghana cedis. Wow. Yes. Yeah, it's a guy. Younger no. Benchmark value, yeah, what's the one got to say, and I'm so Ghana, younger Srisika.
Young Quay.
And also, daily graphic at the home, Assam Abba Ewaha, Maminko, the Inquisitor. Kwame Ubeka ya bese busumi anantemuni ene ye boa man ye be ye ka bribise uko yen school sa horomu a aduan ho ayeden ye mbofra wo mu ko school no wonye aduan ni ye beka ya banse wonye no kware ye entoaso school secondary schools no Kwame mini Erica se no wo twem se won a wo mu ye aduan e wo ye entoaso school sa horomu no wo ribon training se adwuma no kranya de wo be ye bi adenti wo se aban edi wonka eye ketresi aban edi wonka ontua wonka ye enti wo se sabre won nua aduan fa ma
atobo school feeding no school feeding caterers asem na
wonga
se me invitiation school
there be o wonga wo mu ko free senior high school no
oh sir
no wonga wo mu ko free senior high school no wo mu ye aduan edi ma student no wo chem se aban edi wonka enunti sabre aduan no nya de se wo beto akoso wonga nua ma mofre biom na ban
free SHS no
yes
ye na no otufo se tu ababio e kan wasem na wo twa wie ye
no
wow
enu ene nkwusita ede ho amane bo
age Ghana sika bebre no
mo na mi mu se Reverend Bishop Bosomtwe enu de we hu anka
ebi obeka ho asem
da be Kwame enti enu so hu asem ene na wo kyerem se Owura Gabi Asare o kyere dako o se ni buefu ye papa dai o se 11 no onu do susu se se ne nkyerɛkyerɛ ɛwɔ sa nkaban yɛ na ban anya ne santi ni buefu
atobo ye ni Ghana ye ntie Ghana ena na ye ni nam framantem ye ni nam atifi mantem ye ni na ne nam kramon na ye town hall meeting ye bodwa na ye gye adwenkyerɛ na manfo bi se bisansam na abai mu mpanifo led by finance minister Kenoforiata Kodwo Ponkroma miami nua ba Fatima to Abubakar me ni ko school Kumasi Academy wo ye deputy information minister na omu chechensem payosa na hadije kura omu ko framantem kura wo ko boa me ye chechensem eti sadia na omodi Ghana for sika ye no Gabi oche da ko pa je enfaso bi every one
o se Ghana for ase won anti asenti enu na nam so nti a 11 won afi ase implementation no Ghana for dodo na won agya eye momu no
hwe eti amafo agya that's the reality
na mi mu se enu na ubeka na akosi osofo na asem so so be ni den bishop we mu na wose ka ho asem
that's right
enkanfo ye nana no wo nkramantama wo kirem se twene boni dede ye no ene na refiase won abra enti busumi ba ko ntem no ye fo obu ni de nkoma won
yenum nana
da bi yenum no odum no so sa amane bo ye ka manfo nti nti ye de betumi akasa betumi aka kire manfo nti o manfo tie no won hye ne so sa ifama ye ewo nkramantama
nti we amane ye na amamre
eya mamre
okay
worry eye Kwame Mamifa the Ghanaian Times wonim se ena no ena yen nuanom a wo ye ahyenkafo ena wo be boy ya amane wo kirem se omampanyin akufado ontie won sufre esan se famonwo ne bono aye den dodo nti nkomampanyin taxes bi adida so no omampanyin yin free so
eye toa
da
famonwo so no wanted so
eno mampanyin ko dina Independence Square Mayday o se made the president akufado taxes na da so no menya dia metumi ye free so esan se miya omangana be sure sika be se 4 billion Ghana cedis
eti minyini na enyini kira
minyani kira ena driver so say unya dia ye soso no asentuade no ye betum
ena se Ghana ni na ye stress na se ye prese ye bo ne ho ban na se ye bo bra pa ma no wono na ne ho bekire no
enti Ghana fo ho akire won na anopei misa himachi jejai enti ohamu chichemu eduo no 20% ana wode atoso enti se uye obi a utaifu shen anaso yo bia ufrin kan eri kokumase enkran koforo bia begro hifa ebru adoso jakiti miamia ya aka enefe kropon akuapem bibiara kono ene anope se wo medina na oriti ye no reko ekropon anase peduase na se won atobo no mu a enya onwa kra
enam gina ye
mampanyi si ye ni tina ko yaba won atum 20%.
bayatum no wonim de besi normal bon so be ye den ye kodwoma eye adwadifo mo han eye tazi na ebibu krade omo no makogu trotrom lorry mu eni kodwam no se omo tua asenketua de ena normal na wode kogu car na ti anase car na soro no wo betua kakra ye den aka ho eti wode beba beto wo Ghana ni na eye banka na ase chire ni a ase posi ni a ana manyoni a wosoma wo pa ni se wo kodwom no wode beba beto no so na wo kotua de ne boarding
wo betua na me ngunwa se
the way what has that got to do with Russia and Ukraine
se ntokwa na ekoso nti
no yenya analysis ni to wa tetie me etuo eda aseye fam wo so no ana eye drama for pese ye yifri ho no mampanyi se wontumi ese ebe me abokasai
4 billion Ghana cedis
good enam se wontumi ninti and drama for ato asenketua de mu what has that got to do with Russia and Ukraine
se ni abe enene covid ni ho covid wo ho di anka e bia beka se covid nti na me nwunwa enti covid ni ona sabre Russia na Ukraine ntokwa no ntine wo se ye di ko se ho no na yeka esa se yenga dije busia na yenga je abepin sabre ye nhede hu adeko deporting ye de aye enti so man benin je onyi sa taxes ni because me kai se exla former administration what they mo nanka wo se e di best 5 years enti kan bre aso I was so man benin se debi oye ne sa ebe how no enti yi nam so enti e wo se bribia no yenya bribi ne ye di she
edu yita makro mu ache em se edu yinya enkomo wo de nanu batum bi enti ye hwe ye kwa yanim no wo se methodist no sofo ne de no si menu bi kenya bad
go betimi akasa
apasu wo ka bi kakra de kire no ye kwa yanim
enti kwami what me bre no aso but tell ma me fa chronicle na me fa me nsem ni nyina si wo se Chinese fu bi a won abepue oman mu a wo mu need to me krata e wo se wo mo tena Ghana wo mo akonya Ghana card ohini popro owo eye sentimentem eye kwapia nana jamina oyi akwan eno di nsemi atugo achirem se nipa yi wo mukuta Ghana card bi ena oni na montezo wom se nhihye no ema ho kwansa ma no ne betumi nya card but Ghana fo amanfrafo no Ghana fo ayeti ha bepim sa bere yen adwuma mu hampo nipa bi wa hanom a Ghana card won akọ register won sanya nka card ne na ma no nifo wonganya enti nana eribo amane achirem se abanhwe se odi na uhwe chronicle ni ma odi mfoni no bi aba Chinese ni chinwantwa enefe lihu hwan won nyinara kwame
na yo mo fault
enya won fault
so enti se mra no ma ho mo kwan so betimanya bia na o manya bia nana ya also oyi akwan okay nana kwan we de yiye no mi hunu suo
kwame na answer na mekono kwame enaya me babia
okay
ni ding di awo na Janice awo obeniwa dako ene wenye mfisha biesa
okay
oko school ewo Viviborn International School
me princess
no okay so for Power FM and odi na tade na nkasa na tade e offer the Power FM ene na woda etimi man happy birthday me so nyankrupo mo ne ho ban onyini wo nyankrupo nyansa ene ni nimdi kwan so na ni maame Esantua Dako. I said lovely. Oh, lovely.
Oh man, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Belated. And I think so belated happy Mother's Day in command myself. Yeah. Obapa Grace. Mommy Grace. Baby I will be a happy belated Mother's Day in command. Sikasi watchia why. Obefro. Aku Sika Rescue Mission Papa B. Me madam for. And then so your birthday. A friend of Let's Talk Educational Consult as well. Akusika Rescue Mission. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, die one ba. Simaki twebi. Na yaba. And Zenchirani ye BBC. But live on Power 97.9. And I feel so ma mudiachi live. Ewo Abefotin video. So my XYZ online.com. Yenya idea where CCA.
every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks.
Mokwa Baba TV SYZ so ene adwada no pay. Ebusuafo bekae a bosome miensan mu da aduonu nkron anamrache bejafo age emra na da wo manimu a yato ne din se yi levi no etu man ba yemra. Na ansa wo beje mra na tomu no edom kuma na twe wo mu free emrache bedwam e ma ne ka dom kese ne nko a ana wo muje emra no tum. Na no achi ene edom kuma no de asem no kokpiem Supreme Court se ekwan edom kese ne fa so je emra no tum no enye ne kwan so no because Supreme Court akase se ombetime si ginaye wo mra se bedwom ho bia agye se mo enipa 138 ansa no metime si ginaye na tama omu si sa ginaye no na omu ni sa 138 na omu di si sa ginaye no inti Supreme Court enhwe na ontwe sa amra na donkese na agye atum ensan asam wo court Supreme Court nyanhye da odi bedi asem no enso finance minister e de ato yanim se first May na no kwasi adai ana obede ode sa amra no ebeye adwuma eti mamra se bedwafo miensa na omde asem no court no eyo no nyamfo Harry na Idrisu onumnyamfo okujeto abrakwa ana onumnyamfo Mahama Yarega eko Supreme Court say onsi finance minister ho kwan ma onfa yi levy mra no enhya ase enya adwuma efri say ebia edi asem no wie ne se aban difo a omuntimi nsa mfa sika na omagege no enfa amanfo ade enfa enkoma wo mu enti Supreme Court enfa tabo ensi so say ya finance minister ontimi fa sa amra no so nji sika bia until say yebedi asem na wie enso kopie mu Supreme Court no judge for anso o mutra asem no so nyina agetumu say o mune mra hyebedwafo no miensa no mde asem court no enya adwene efi say ya ma ho kwan ama ya ngigi sika na Ghana man ana be sofa enti no ye ma ho kwan na finance minister enyeje sika no na se ba ne say edi asem no wie na se finance minister na sa aban difo a ene obi agye ne sika bia no ayede obi asika ayeden ama no afi nso GRE enhwe se obetoto ne tutuye yi se ya bia yate ne sika bia ne ban se ya kire sade ne sika ma no onpa konsa aka ne sika no aban lawyer panyina ona otu abanfo onumonyamfo Godfred Odame enso ekirikire mu se ade Supreme Court aka no na ni agye pa afi se the Supreme Court agagefo nso no nyina agye atum se omaba asem agu no officer ne kwan so ano no.
I'm happy that the observations that you made about the application have been affirmed by the court. It's very important to note that the court made the finding that really nothing regular had been demonstrated by the applicant. That insofar as Parliament or proceedings of Parliament in the impression were concerned, everything seemed regular, and we have demonstrated from the processes that we have tracked. And I think that is very remarkable to indicate that yes, the applicant at all times bore the duty. He did not go to court with a bundle of speculations and conjecture. I mean, as the court stated in its ruling in reference to one of the claims by the applicant. Yes, we go to court on the basis of firm evidence. The record of Parliament the day in question, this 9th March, showed that at least 266 members of Parliament were present when the question was put for the approval of the E-levy bill, and the motion was agreed to. That's what the record shows. There was no indication that there was a division or a head count, and for that matter, only 136 people, as was alleged by the minority, were present in Parliament. And we showed that clearly, and we all saw what happened. The applicants were unable to demonstrate any form of irregularity in the proceedings. I'm very happy with that. Clearly, that was the motive for the application. Then they failed miserably, for the entire application was dismissed. Yes, the court made the order that GRA should keep records of whatever they collected. And that's exactly what GRA does all the time. GRA, there's no revenue collection agency in the world who does not keep records. So the requirement for GRA to keep records is borne out by their statutory obligation. That is what they do. And that's what they do. So if there was anything that the minority got today was an affirmation of what GRA does, that they should keep records. That is all. Apart from that, the entire application was dismissed, and there's nothing inhibiting GRA from collecting all monies as a result of the E-levy Act. There's also nothing preventing the government of Ghana from utilizing the revenue for the development of the country, or for utilizing it for the execution of various projects that the government has set out to do. And that's what we're happy by. We believe the people of Ghana will eventually receive the fruits of monies that are collected from this E-levy Act, and to be applied for governmental purposes. So what happened in court today was an embarrassing spectacle. The lawyer clearly was not able to demonstrate any form of irregularity with proceedings in Parliament. The court asked him, so is there any record that indicates that X number of MPs worked out at certain stage? Is there any record that shows that a head count of all the MPs in Parliament was taken? That was not that. He said, absolutely said no. There was no evidence indicating whether that was a head count of the number of MPs present in Parliament who voted to support the bill. There's also nothing provided by the lawyer that indicated that there was a workout by X number of people in Parliament. So I think we should ignore all that propaganda. In court, we adduce evidence of matters that we can prove, and we apply the law to a resolution of the issues in question. And clearly, today, the proceedings were quite obvious that there was no form of irregularity whatsoever in the proceedings of the day to the 9th March 2022. In the case, as I indicated, is that if indeed, assuming without admitting that it was only, or the entire minority worked out of Parliament, the proper quorum for decision making now is, as I stated, 137 and not 138, because indeed at that time the Arsenal MP had had his election cancelled. The Arsenal MP had had his appeal struck out. There was nothing preventing the enforcement to be done to the High Court, and therefore he stayed away from proceedings on the day in question. So really, today he cannot go to Parliament and say he's going to partake in proceedings in Parliament. The quorum for Parliament now is not 138, as has been wrongly bandied about by the minority. It is currently 137, and that's what we're working by. And the records will show that at that time, apart from Honorable Sarah Adrasa, all other members of Parliament or the minority were present. That's the record of Parliament. It's not my making. It is the record of Parliament that was tendered by the applicant, Honorable Haruna Idrisu and the others.
Opanyin oda dom kumana no onimonyamfo Haruna Idrisu enso ka se say Supreme Court anu ma anya adwene de but o gidie say the Supreme Court aka say GRA digiska na omo hwe so yi koba ne say omo dibma yatimi de obi asika ama no e asem papa na mmom ogba aban kokose ma onhwe say yenye ndi ase no wie no onfa nkoye nsi achiba ankonkonko gibusia e ba ne sa daachi e be ha oman no.
For us in the minority, until the substantive matter is determined conclusively, we remain determined that even on the balance of weighing monetary considerations against the weight of a constitutional breach, the emphasis should be on what harm we are doing to the 1992 Constitution and the three co-equal organs of state. So in the determination of whether some irreparable damage or hardship will be caused, our hardship as we understand it is the disrespect to the Constitution by the action of passage into law of an Act 1075, with numbers below the minimum constitutional threshold of 138 members of parliament. Can you imagine? I heard the Attorney General laboriously arguing that it was a voice vote. So Ebenezer Kum voted with his voice from an ambulance, or he voted with his voice from a clinic to add to the voice vote, and he is insisting that 266 members of parliament participated in the decision and participated in the motion. 266 members of parliament, after the minority of 136 walked out. Certainly, these are matters that the Ghanaian public can judge better. But what is refreshing and heartwarming today is the second part of the ruling, which gives directives to the Ghana Revenue Authority to preserve and keep the money. At least some people will not be in a rush to collateralize it until the substantive matter is determined. For us, we raise this matter because it's of public interest significance, it's of constitutional significance, and we think that we will pursue it to its logical conclusion. So we are very happy with the performance of our lawyers. We only pray that Ghana is not going to have two sets of laws. One that serves and protects the elected elite of a ruling government, and one that serves the political minority of an opposition. Judicial notice of our walkout, they walked out. They walked out when the budget was rejected. You know the numbers. It was 274. We're not told that quorum for decision was 274, as we have been told somewhere in someone's argument, at least not the court, that 266 passed the motion. What you people should note is that in parliamentary practice, the fact that you took a motion through second reading did not mean that at consideration and third reading, you didn't require minimum numbers. We still uphold the principle. At least, Jesse Question was marked absent from the record that we have. God bless.
Say 11 cents, me our man Paninda that John Dramani Mahaman should not to say NDC are buying back power 2025. Ombe sa emrana eden efri honom no mampanyin dada John Dramani Mahama de sase mokoto dwa wa bra na ne dwumadi a watu din se Ghana yidran kwantana so anase yapem yehu se yanku yenum anase yanku yachi satam o kasa no na ode sansem no atuja.
We in the NDC do not oppose taxation as a principle. We will not be pretentious and couch fanciful slogans to condemn the principle of taxation like the MPP did in the past. We are, however, implacably opposed to distortionary and burdensome taxes like the e-levy that only force Ghanaians to endure more suffering. A new National Democratic Congress government, God willing, and with the votes of the sovereign people of Ghana in 2025, will repeal the e-levy act.
I was for me more any share at the share, Musum for therefore Kwesibeche, and I'm the Jumedi Ebabe Song. Yami Aduma Dasene, Yabesan Asia.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
Auto checks. Your safety, our priority.
Check. Auto checks.
Therefore, Betty, that's it. I'm on a bar with the bray. Now, what's no man cook swear the year called Supreme Court, and your tem were by ye. Yes, and Jenny, therefore, Betty, no. Ugusa, I wish I Dwabo Ase na would tear ye. A year power from nothing, so share live with TV XYZ. And Brasso say, Yen and I ever bomb with Dwabo Ase near Kaya drain. Nanyantia wa bra mi bomb tonton sansa and manya pashi, because we your PSA okra. And then on a pashi no. Medicine and some wabra yegusu aye brum na waba beka na adwen na answer na PSA beba no mamenka say Kulun Ghana Limited adawrma obede araba bazem pills aba araba bazem pills eye efichiko mo how edro obasa tinka na atiko na enoma mu nye da biewa wabra agoprama so agro no wo say yeda wo dia ne araba bazem pills we ye dry ye nim ni free tete. And me wagan and ni maraba bazem pills. Only to make ye and then wa man for also beka domino home. For Jaraba bazem pills. Uko Jikad pharmacy worker tigo officer on Sabeka Biato. Pharma France pharmacy worker Unicom chemist for Malam Junction. Also chemicals wa dabraka. Ekus pharmacy wa shaman. Okaiji drug lanes uba urawa drugstores awo nyina. Jaraba bazem pills ya. On Sabeka Biato. I suffer praise to be married. Come on, Toby Maunyaba. Toby Ma wadam for one in the way, Jumam. The person man to say. And to four bet to me, Kulun Ghana Limited, Jomacha Quine, almost easily gonna Champion Junction. Which are from 0244 139176 and 0204 139176. I think so from I was 027 4139176. I saw about you. Many PSO cry ready. PSA one for the summer near now. Ebraso say Beka Adre PSA okra enie PSA Mate
Kwame mejoso ene anope also broche well yate Kwame yakọ weekend aba na etiefo ya mama kwa ba ahwefo so ya damasese mo ne ye enante de bia na ansa na ye be ko weekend no na ye di nkobo bi de afa ahonidie ho nsensem so na ahunde un sensem na ye ka wasem no ye start free minister ono na hwe mantem so ge Greater Accra region say nam pro profi ni tinteja Ghana ha mantem nyina ne ye kese anase ye model regions awodo na hwe no ye nkrapumpiri mantem nti say ye toto ne mayi na say ahade koyi na say ne aka ne nyina so be koyi enti ahonidie no nsem na ye kan no na ye bon komodi afa kwan aban say ye ma bobo ya emfa road so abra ye de operation clean your frontage e ba ye de ba be ball na efiefi e de free ye mpeso aso ne ade me so me chief tank asi de ne nem so na madwuma na aba enti me so me de me hu jimu abi say ye so ye nnamu na operation clean your frontage no abobo ya ne da so nam kwan so weekend di kra bebiri na enam eye N1 highway ne so and eno enya asem ketwa na ye ka say ball a ho nsensem bi so ekoso otetegu na eno so no nsuo no we atade na enche me sure say enche boso me kakra bi wo mesa biemu omu biemu a nsuo na efe ni densu no eya eno na pressure beda so pa efi say we atade na ebia efa densu nsuo num na afe nso no akọ epunum na amanfo a wono motete eye densu nsuo no ho ewo weja ne makati ne mpotem ho no ade aye bia eha omopanti ba bia anke se ye de bia anwea na aboa kese te se ne aban eye sea defense wall no anke se wo mo ye bi wo tetegu ni makati mpotemo ye nya bi nti ba bi wo mo de bola e na age ban se de be ya nsuo no emu mfa so na afi e ma wo no mfie ye ka ho asem. Number 3 dam site a ewo ho a wo mo chem se bola no na wo mo de bo nsuo no ban se ne be ye yira e ma mo fie a no so ewo health implications a ye di ho nkomo ye nyankan no ho asem wie ye ne mpanyimfo be di eno so ho enkomo na ye di eno ho nkomo no na ye ko nana mancha wo tetegu na ono so kire se asase no ono na de ma omo ba wo gusuni assembly ne kasa se ombenya payment na afi enema akoyie te se ne wuhu wo Facebook screen so anase bia mo hwe wo TV so no muhu yi pepepe eno ye bola ye de eje ban ai no ye pampima ye de bo won sa manfo fie wo ho nti so ni yiri anaka ba fie ni wo yi hu nyina na so no ye de bola no na e dia asi ho se na be ya nsuo no ntumi ntwimfa so na emba amanfo efie eno ho enkomo na wo hu se ye bo no last week we ya ne nkomo aye boy but ye da so wo sam potemu a me de se me ko eye meamia bi sa na ya na ne me ye ne se problem se wo horo ye try se ye be nyenya bia na afi ye de ababa so matiefo na ye pa no pomasibre na enema enso atumi akọ enkaye eti eno ho nkomo na ye boyi ye ne mpanyefo be de nkomo but yensa nyina tetegu ha biom na enkobo bia course wo ho a yenya mfa nkere mo but mama bi say anopei sabre ya wo hwemi bia wanya dokunu bi a ye hye na wanya fish bi a ya che na wo we ne ade anase wo kon do se obenya dokunu anase bayira ya che ne fish oh na wanya ne saa te say bia anopei breakfast anase e bia ewia wanya kama saa no na mi bisa say ya so wo fish no na say so dem a ya odwen ho ba bia fish ni free ba if say fish no enye pom nko na yeyi bi bi nso yeyi ewo nsuo ahodo mu te say wo ban potema ye wode nsuo ne ade ya na odwen ho say fish ni free na fish no ne health anase ne wholesomeness no etesen ya wo mbisa ho okay anope ya ba be ka fish one sem na ye ko densuo no so na fish won sensem te say tilapia na mfatifo wo fish be friend mpatoa ya na ne ene dokono kopa gakome ekekevo eze koyi pa but issues kakra wo ho me ko nsuo no so ena mene wo mo a wono mo eye adwuma wo densu nsuo no so a wo mo yiyi tilapia ahodo because wonnam kaso akwa no so atobuto no ya wo say de tilapia gina kwa no ho ne ade ni nyina no issues kakra wo ho ye report we na ye tie report we ba ye bedi nkobo abushafo nsuo a metisui eye densu nsuo no a efri weja tade num na etea efa tetegu eba ha ntia ha tetegu na nsuo yi a timamufo a wono mewo ha kire sese ye bie weja tade num a nsuo ba ha bebre ema wono mo eyi enamwom na eneyi a yegina hei nsuo na ewo ha na enamwom a kire se eye nsuo etiase no omanfo bi ahyase etubol agum ama sesia no nsuo ese na esitie na bia yebetumi da bibi no nyade se sesia yebetumi aye saade ni biom eti nsuo ya ahyase emoa ena timamofo bi so a omo mpotema sei no wono mo eye ejana wo mu fie a wo ma connect pipes no ama na ba beto nsuo yi mu a che se wono mo ejana no wo mo flash a na ewo nsuo yi mu enam so ema wonom ye adwuma wo nsuo so a wonom ya fare for ekiremu se sei wonom adwuma ewo ha sei eti ene ya ba bedru a ye nam nsuo so na ya hwe se ne esitie na ye nitimamufo na wonom ewo ha sei no atwetwe eho enkomo kakra se kwan be so na betumi afa so a nsuo we yenkunu ewo mpotema enti nsuo ya yete so yi emrante mienu ena wonom twie ewo subonto yi mo na tei eye obi a waye adwuma ewo empotem ha chepa ye mene na ebetwetwe nkomo de afa wonom adwuma wonom ye ne amane a wonom ehu tei akwaba na waye adwuma wo ensuo so be semfie sen
oh ebia ko 15 years ni
15 years eto sha se na wo mfie be
me start ensuo adwuma ye akosomo ansa na ye pon akosomo ansa na ya ba no nti ma kola blame ton e starting so djuma
na nti no djuma ya mu ye sesi amo se amanfo de bola egu nsuo mu nti amansuo no say na nsuo no so chen se ya na
pipe rubber no bi so oh na esun But see, they are man, the area Niamo de Goo, in Sunumuntia, Mamma. See, I never say.
And my best,
oh, a bit is there. You see, I got an also you know so. Omo yi nyina no de ahye nsu no ne nkofo toilet aya omo join pipes e de abetu nsu no ntia mama ya edumre bia u ba nsu ni krapo enye wa kono ya di water na no bisu ni omo join e de abetu
pipe yi bia ye ka ho asemi ebi na eda hase ya utumi hu se efiri amanfo fie e wo hase ena eba begum te se ne uhu na pepepe enti no akwakoye te se enam so ema enam no aye wo nsuomu ano ekum ne obroni be kan se aquatic life enya de a ejina yie e wo ha se enti ebe kakra no ne bia na sebio ejana na egum no emma omo enya nam biom nsuo a etene na timamufo a wono mat asisi dan afa ho no ekum nsuo no etitai first nanka nambe na nanka mutanya wonsuo we mu pa
oh nam no de different ebi mu super ni adwen boluvi so kan ho nam no de different beble ena ya nya wonsuo no
eti se si ano ema enam na munya no akofo mana
akofo swati pa mama nsuo no se si anya akono nti mama enam no o mu akọ ekire
eti te se pipe ya wuhui eye obi ejana bia ena fe ebi mu nso bebe wonu mu dware ni nyina begu nsuo no ma chese sei nsuo no e wo hase ya emma sa na ema no se enam a wonu mu pe no wonu mu ntumi enya bia eno so ya de ha adwen te se pipe ahodo ne wo ha bebiri anti ba konso ena yehui eno so se nsuo no wonu mu dware na wo mu je o manan a straight to nsuo no ni nyina e ha adwen pa ya o ma wonu mu e nsuo iso e kire se ade a ese wonu mu adwuma wonu mu enam na mu yi no enti ya ananam no eya akono ema amanfoto
oh ebi mu wo ho no mu dia ebi mu ho mu pae o mu yemu o mu hu sai nyama no mu nyina bi wo o mu yemu
enema bensa
se toilet no se bia enam no o mu di e ban so no mu sa o mu tumi di enti ebi mu wo ho a o mu ye den o mu di na ma no mu beto na o mu koya o mu pae mu a o mu hu sa toilet no bi mu wo o mu yem ni nyama enti ya wo bi ti se de ya waka no ende ampa pampers ni nyama nyina ebia ya tumi omutumi di
pampers ena condom
omutumi mini imanu ma ya ombeto ya omude ko no omuba omubeka shinchire ya se o ebia omude ko no omu customers no oma complain dia fa wana se
ase mo anyi wo ha na se mu jaima omukosa na se anhwe ombekwa ko yi condom no e wo hono mo ana
imanu mu kasa na ya omuyi imanu mo ya omuchi no omu pai omu ya ansa na omu achi ansa na omu akoton o marketing
na te say Ghana for akwakọ te say ade a broni be kan say healthy fish de enya de bi wo nsuo mu fi say nsuo a obekwa ko yi nam wo mu na say wan pai mu e wa ha say anhwe a obekwa koton amatima mu ni na bia obepai nam no na wadi condom ana say pad ade a ha adwen pa yi a sempanyifo kasa e wo ho for eti meko densunsio no so bakon densunsio no edru tetegu a epai mienu ni nyina so kopie wo eponom te mu baako so bebi a bridge na ufri tetegu junction ko tetegu a bebi a bridge no wono ho ena meko ya ye wure mu a yes ye koye nima ena ye ne wo ma wo motensuo ni so na wono mu eyi nam no ekobọ nkobo so ne ye ka ne se chief tankers madwuma ne se ya mpempi no ne ma bebre wo ho a say yeah na ye bi say ho say the health implications near den say ye so ye san bo ye ho eban eti anope tilapia hodo a mo to nye ni nyina na ya owe a na akwakoye because obi ansuo no amanfa connect wo ma gyanan bia ene wo ma dwaye ne ade na obakwa tilapia wo nsuo mu na sebi o condom hye ni minimum na fisherman yi e de ato na yakwa koton hwan mu na check sa ade no because wo ma gye to mu say yes wo mo eyi fish na to wo mo pai wo mo yem ebi wo ho a anope min Simon num na pad wom oh god doctor here e wa homa no so ma me doctor here nkodi nkomo anope mi ankasa me course no manumo eto ye Dr. Lawrence ahe ama ahe eye director Emma Inland Fisheries or Fisheries Commission ye bisa say san dwumadi a ekoso yi wa mo na ese ye bonsuo no ho ban na enama e wonsuo no no hwan adwuma na ese yɛhwɛ sɛ nam no ɔmo yɛ healthy na nipa kɔwe a wankɔgya problem wokɔdi aduane bi na ɔyɛ mu tu a osi o spices edi gu me bi wɔ hɔ a fika mata. Dr. Anya, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Me pacho bibi abɔkɔ deɛ. Yɛn kɔbɔ bɔ a yɛka sɛ yɛ boy asa twetwa ne nase saa batene yeyi kakra furo enche minim se yensa beka wo studio na ya bon komo ni pa we are director ma inland fisheries fisheries commission asamo wo ho a ensuo mu nam ahodo ne obi ye ne fish pond na nsuo ne ye natural na enam wo mu no wan adwuma ni se ye behwe se enam ne ye healthy na afi nipa so kɔtɔ a wankwan kɔfa yare na wo ha obi amfa ma ne ho
mi da se Abano say a long Jumadia, a Fisheries Commission, our Monday, and on Bia, a few more, and on for more. Yes, the nation will have what we call fish food security. And the is a mandate of the Commission to see to its development and its propagation, and so on. But the man say pollution, and all kind of the wastewater this comes under the mandate of the EPA. And when I say our water bodies and other things are not contaminated or not polluted. So we have other structures. And when the usage of water also, and Water Resources Commission also so many so now you have to take permission from them. So every institution and its mandate always is to look at the fish, its protection, its development, and then its propagation to ensure fish food security in this country.
Doc, say wa homa no enye clear ye nti adaroma na nka ugina ye na nka wakasa na etiefo ne ahwefo so atumi ate wonka ye. In this case of Tetegu, Densu River na da ona amanfo connect wo magyanan e de atuma ball anso ayemu ma river no ekum no nkaka no ema fish no nso enye wholesome no sesi a mama wo fisheries ministry na say emphasize fisheries commission no ye be ye ne den ankasa.
Well, say we can sample them and check for their quality and whether there's any contamination affecting them and so forth. And then make some recommendations to that effect. However, the main body that we have to look at it, once we have connected such things into the water body, in the EPA. In the EPA, and sometimes the assembly who don't give permits for people to connect to build along the water bodies. So why put the evidence so now releasing your waste into the water now? The assembly have the right to come and stop you from doing that, and then the EPA also has the right to come and stop you or make sure they summon you and you face the necessary consequences.
Okay, so in this case, no, more fisheries commission, no, then majuma pote FAW home because I understand say I am more team and more monitoring. More monitoring, no, a ta contentem na kwan ben so, and I am motade no. Anti sa Tetegu na amanfo aye we na enyam emba monkrate mu say this is the situation.
Yeah, and I can say yeah, a ban of fish and kasa so no. You know, there are three institutions that normally take care of the water body that is there. If it can be four. From Wildlife, EPA, Water Resources Commission, and Fisheries Commission. You understand it? So, the health of the fish, their development, and their sustainability is a mandate of the Fisheries Commission to do that.
Okay.
People are polluting the water. Fisheries Commission don't have the mandate to do that. It's the EPA, so we have to work in consultation with the EPA to make sure the pollution is stopped.
Okay.
The real mandate, when it comes to contamination or pollution of the water, is the Environmental Protection Authority that has a mandate to ensure that that is stopped.
Eti momo juma moya no moni EPA is our so be na mudie na makwa monitoring ama issue we aba like mona so da ejuma be na moni EPA ni ye boaye me pese me hu sa.
Yeah, like I'm saying, because it's pollution, definitely the information may go to EPA, because they have the money to do that. then they can invite us to come and look, assess the health of the fish that are in there, and then if there's any impact on them. Then that's what. But for now, we haven't got any complaint from that angle. If EPA has got it, I don't know. I don't know that.
Doc, says no, when I see no. And I'm obeying a fisheries commission move to a in terms of I say money EPA for ADs I was so now more clamp it down on illegal activities now insurance or no.
Yeah, if the commission gets to us, so that more can probably we can send our fish health team to go and look at it. No, but normally when there's maybe fish kill or the fish has affected them, that's when the follower comes to us. It's when the fish are affected. They will send our fish health team to go and look at it and then give the necessary recommendation together with EPA and then the other institutions that are involved. But so far, no, I haven't received any reports pertaining to any adverse effect on the fish that are in there. Probably that's why the information has not come to us yet. But when we get that information, we will normally follow up with our first fish health team and other water quality inspectors. We'll go there, go and check, and then give the necessary recommendation that we need to give. So we may have to later follow up to see if there's any impact on the fish.
Okay.
Fisheries that we have in there.
Okay, Doc, Kinti, and on the bay, and when you are Namobe 2 and more, and I say, tier for ne Asha for and copy memory because fishy, you bet me you will take by bet my travel at Aqua Boise. Eti Obia or Ghana, everybody everywhere is very important as far as issue we concerned.
Well, so we can go there, take some of the fish samples, and then investigate if there's any impact on the fish itself. But if the pollution is actually going on there, I think the EPA has to reflect it that there is this kind of challenge there. When we go there, we will deal with the fish aspect, look at the water quality. But the mandate to implement any other thing pertaining to the pollution is the EPA's mandate, not the commission.
Okay, Doc, yeah, my info and community away and Comocassi, I tear for Nasha for you very interested. The woman say, and I mean, baby, I will be a bit to my bofie. Now, also, what the ones I can as I want to walk Corintino. Send I was I can, Yabasa Bamona, so not Yaba Beshin is Medino, is here. My info we see Anna could deal with Juma, also Moody died, the Boagana, and mine, Dr. Lawrence, I hear, a director, Emma Inland Fisheries, or Fisheries Commission, woman, and I will share Yenam, I won't suma, who don't you now so say, a bedi and India. No, one more and a so now to say an community way a serious issue, but my young fan ha kakra and Penufa Boan or by EPA, one more rule ban or more play Food and Drugs Authority, also say a number of by Joshua. Quite bad now, almost a fast regulated Seneca and near my bit my conca. No, and some ye quay nimino, ya because we are home como. If you say ya tear for ne, ya chef for Muhu here near Mubedi, and who here sana ye or mine into a year a man seminar, quite fast your mind, say an one at a time, kaka. It issues be a will be a mama asota, ya because we are momentum and a film put him na yanamon so ababi doing common issues a honor. Ya to me and so they are told a year after for any. Mamin careful in boost about Mr. Famau, in boost a drew papa bedraso. Sabre I fish once to me. Obi wo ho an immune system na nya papa enti odi aduane bi na issue kakra bi wo ho pe obo se ne yembe hwia na asa bia obefa so de ayare diarrhea na ade but so immune system na stronger yare nketenkete bi wo ho ebo no to twene abra wunhu odi aduane bi kwa na nheda anya obo se ade chan da so gina na so krementi immune system no tembia se utumi boost no na ne ho den police ni na dro no imbusa ba mixture na mekanfo de ama obi be to adro bia obetuma nya bi nkankane mo amo kwankro yare no kwankro yare bi wo so enyo fault na wo so but bon ho ban yare ne de ba omo edi omo ko omo krechi no choice on your pen wu eti mesra obo ho ban betuma abo apa bebe to adro bia obenya bi ko Vision 1 FM ewo Achimota Health Alert Organic Shop enso ewo ho a obetumi anya bi wo ho frɛ 0246208496 0246208496 bebe to adro bia post ni na adro no obetumi anya bi nso ewo ho na Ganaman capsules nso odwa so emema mutie me ene anopei mo hwɛ yen se obeye bema na wadi mu a Ganaman capsules boa ma moja di afusani wo body num kama anti bebe ese moja ko na ugina so kreme no Ganaman capsules be magic ni nyina dia ma but ye dura emfa pressure be ankonko to liver and as a kidney so because FDA age tum say nipa enoma be ma noma eboa no e ma ni gina na so pa ye nti eno no obeteki 2 capsules and one no na fe take for be 1 month 2 months abuso waka san san abam wanya hoden kama pa na prostate issues so prostate capsules na make am for the amount be ma bi wo ho a odwonso na mu apai mu ye ne ya enye na mu yare but prostate no odwonso no pressure say de ba no e ma ne sa the first no be odwonso say odwonso no wote say odwonso na e kasa say odwonso no en kasa as a problem wo ho kope prostate joy na mbo na prostate no mumbai kama na fe Johnson na ba pressure ese Johnson di ba we ho Johnson se bia kem misrew yare prostate joy ene betima aboa wo tiko na kope bi na afe mbo na Johnson tentem obi ho a onum nsuo nso ba Johnson tentem sa prostate joy to the rescue free 0244 727 028 baby atwadru bia no kwa prostate joy and Ganaman capsules Ghana Help Therapeutics for and idea by Edwaso Wadaroma na mede kan wadwen eba e na no pay o chena besa to aso na fe ya di nkomo efo for the account na fe Ghana for se na mu yedie esi hia ye nti na Wadaroma ye ba Dwabo Ase de bia mo adwuma na eba be ye nti kwa memenka e wo studio 979 na ono so emfa ne aka no ento aso emfa mawo kwa me so mo bebi awo ne
I say from TVS Rise Studio, Yaba Studio 979. Yabasa ko TVS Rise Studio. Wa bro mine no ebetina se na ya chance na ye nkomo kese no ye yaba. Kai se na no pe ye hwe enso anu aduro ma o my Ghana ye sika sem no ensempo baako du miensa His Excellency John Dramani Mahamadi tu dwaro ene ye ba be pense ba piesie nkomo ya wudi free ye tetegui Koko Lawson the message about say I think we must start separating our refuse. AMA must be around. Also, AMA must be around. They've been around for quite a long time and must start educating the citizens. And to us, guys, wo PSA, wo bo edumaden pa. Na yanya minister, wano wonim ensuo mu nsɛm and nam 170 better na tebia we yenkum. Basa beko Facebook live so a amanfo dodo na ebusa say entimra ewo krom ha. Desmond Tete was said there should be law in this country and it is a miracle chroma na man for to ngura e de gu nsutiri mu a e de ne ya afa ho Michael eye Kovena was say wasam na boss say sebe ma pad and a condom ensuo mu nam no fish no mutibi komini bi na ye pa o mo yam ne ehunu no was say bra wo boss wa na nanu to ye was ye rade it is say ne de ye ho e wo my Ghana Desmond Tete was a lawless country but when you na ma say mo messages amode ba ya nani o nyanya ade we sisi e wo TV XYZ
So you're free encapsulation and polishing. Your ban your friend counting and sealing. The honso, you're the abef in figi a cuckoo down. And one casa a king kind in no do doa, a was a container bimu. If you are, your sounds so the silica gel at your tomb. Send your bear in sure engine container no more. Now uncle say a drone and it na hoarding. A real safe with dinner, best sounds so I cut a drone of a fair with aluminium foil. Like silino kama ansana edrono ababonten ahano ye won fidia emma yendro ni nyina na hyenso de ne friend label we fidia na nkasa asama ne friend manufacturing date we asama expiring date na wasanso amano batch number enro ahodo amohu se ye di F5 fidia mu nyina ne ye so ahwe no nyame adom ni nyina ababonten na no na mo hu say ye display ne fefefe e wo ye table isi na senya mo nim de da no ne edi kan e ye Ghana bam edroyi no e ye nku won aso ano ye hye na ye nam hunam ya obi ani ho a edroyi entumi ensa enti sa ope edro a etumi etu oya wase na eyi free ho e ma ho etowa pe Ghana bam ye won ahodo mienu ye won kese ene ne ketwa nya wo sika betimi aso no na wato Nia tosu mienu no eye prostate edun won so a ye di ebedwa so e fa no prostate joy. Wey bema bi a wo pese wo bo prostate gland ho ban. Ana se wo ya ka che so we nya prostate disorder no. Wey ni edura ebetimi aboa. Ana se wo nya urinary tract infections umpo a pedura fa no prostate joy. Na Ghana ha nyina no eno no edura etoso baako eduro bia esen eni ho biom. Afen so eno na aka no enia ebedwa so very soon. We aya Zulu 3 in 1. Emma matinka akofom. A mo nya ne fe ne feelings no. Afei mo nso mo eduro na ebedwa so. Nti mo hwe enim kwan. Enche bia eba. Afei se wo ye bema wa ho de ekofom ewo mpemu a. Anaso pese wo sisimo aye den. Ende eduro a ye fe ne se Ghana man. Ena beboa. Enche bia ye de bebedwa so. And into the moon shady. Your sounds on your friend is Save 500. Ghana Henina no, your car immune booster. I know a ding, na I know a share. Yes, our immune booster we. And also your drobia and chebia, ye the ebebe jasso. I let me akko etia yarewa ahudo pee. And into the moon shady. Ghana Help Therapeutics, yeneni swadi hune se. Ye the ayaresa, any energy ever money penina. Na hano ye bomodin say ye de abefu mfidi ekuku down ene ekwan ahodo a ye nam so ede ye enduro na bomodin say ye nduro ni nyina ye enduro eye safe and efficacious with proven evidence na afen so no ya ma ye nduro nyina bo abafom se ne be ya obi bia se wo ye sikani o se wo ye oheni o mu nyina motimi atobi na monya ayaresa ede amamo ho wey energy media Ghana Health Therapeutics yaba se babedi wa Ghana ha eni wiase afa na nyina eno ntine se opa ye chiri akwan ana se opa se woni ye edi nkomo ana se opa ye ndro bi etu atowa obetimi afrain e was 0244 727028 ana se 0244 754380 Yadamwase. Ghana Help Therapeutics.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, good papa.
Ghana Bam, if your your waist or your body you make basa.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Me ba cho ma me Ghana ba mo bi. Ke se ni mi no ke to ana mi ansa.
Se me wona mo nyina tutu me waist me chi me baby me ko to dwen nyina me yasa. I feel good.
Wa osa. Ah, abege. What are you?
No me my boss hospital.
Ghana ba. To wait here from doctor no. Where you there?
Ebio.
O massage me.
20 cedi.
Let's tell back. Ghana ba yento embeto ha efesa tia ba konti efa nchuo bi 20 cedis
Ni doctor nimo se we Ghana ba kan sa tuo so afoso e me ta for Ghana ba kan.
At Magdan Shipping, we saw a chance to invest in a logistics company whose technology streamlines shipping operations. Perspectives like this has made Magdan the leading cargo consolidation manager. Clearing and forwarding come with speed and dependability. Cargo handling, air freight, transporting, transits, warehousing and bulk logistics. With branches in Africa, Asia, Europe, USA and all over the world. Magdan Shipping, your total logistics partner.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midyear off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo. Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always brave, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crap.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
Welcome to the Royal Dazzle Event Center. With a lush and well-maintained lawn and garden, you are assured of the best serene and comfortable atmosphere to organize all your family and social events. Live the royal moments here with friends and family. The hosting capacity of 600 to 800 people makes Royal Dazzle the most versatile of places to host weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, concerts, and many more. Create your memories with us. Call us for inquiries on 055-814-8585 or 024-620-2144, or pass by and speak to any of our friendly staff. Locate us at My John, close to Zoom Lion headquarters. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories.
If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank.
Ye won hye ahodo bi te say dwadifo obosia, ekokro bosia, susu account, and it does all her savings account. Me bada chain savings account, and then the keka home. First Home Rural Bank was 03422919896. Now one so what to me aka say.
Suhum Rural Bank, ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank, enti me pa minie.
Dwabo Ase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crack.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles.
Alright, abusia for ogusu awutie power 97.9. Dwabo Ase dwumadie nie yesanso wo eye TV XYZ and amudi echi live on Facebook our power 979. Ebra so so man no ebetena se. Ti se di gagai no na enkomotwetwe no ba bia ye begina pa. Ye ba be pensen sema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama odi tudwa. E kamia ko enso anu adura ye hia sa abre ye betimi dia Kenya ye sikasem entotoye. Ye be pensen ni solutions ni mo ni okan ensem mako ye dumi ensa no ye ni abedwafo ebedi sa adwuma no but answer na no quick one hola Savior Herbal Clinic seminkan church say brana moja no ye huhurum na ye nyifi ene nkikawa bi ewom bia no every moja ni se be ya ebetima bo adwuma obo ade se e wo se etimi bo anopa e wo so de wo do saka onufo a tu sa se mabia bam uhuru de esie hola Savior Herbal Clinic na yenhwe ekuro bi atu ekuro bi da ho ko twa bi da ho fa ko hola Savior Herbal Clinic na yenhwe say asthma say koko hola Savior Herbal Clinic say bra na yenyomwa na yenhwe kama hwemachi kwan wo assignment wo mo Access Bank no enedi enimohwe betwa fra hola e wo 057 66 56658 and 0200 623 038 and 0267 668653. Now yentimi eni hujuma. Now quick one, Ralph, mesa woni eye production team no. Monfa eye Methodist Bishop no. Nimfo nyino monfa ntoso mame. Na ye ni nkomo sisi ye bisa ye ho. He say MPP communicators Romania asofo numbi a omobua omudwumadi ana de Methodist Bishop iko kan ye. Eye ne kwan so se owura John Mahama wonya ma na wabetwa eye E11 mo owura Eduji Tamaklo eye mranim ni onam kwan so kokot de nanso nkomoi wo se owadwenkyere kitua bi a opeso wo de bata ho Eduji ya mo ache mo akwa aba
kwame anopa mi jozo
na bibia da din de
kwame obo ade adaro ma o yamu ye na onso
ye kuram wa ha sei na ye de yati a ye dwendwe oman yi hu na Sofia de ya betom a wo se wo so wadwenkyere kitua bi a wo pese wo de ka but asa ba ko wadwenkyere no so bi de anka wo huru asem se wono te se de Ghana ni bia wa akwanya so betima kire na adwen on de se na adwen no wo kire na adai
sebi se Ghana ni bia kire na adwen amesumi wo me kwan se be kire ma
no kre
so jaze me ya tete mi wo Kristo so mi wo buo pama asofo ene agidifo mi wo buo pa ema Methodist sorry We will go Palmer Church of Pentecost, sorry. But Busia for be brave. I elders and then can walk Church of Pentecost, sorry. Catholic, we will go more. Papa said, Sebio, MPP communicator. Be hiding behind the pulpit. Sebi, na on cancema no crebi anim. And they own quine see a bema Ghana for need to my mukudi then who said, Sebi send pay or a nyatu. Umfinya me ho. As a man and the crebi mensu. Na the papa ya coordinating piso ano. I think, sir, the Methodist Church of Ghana must dissociate itself from the reckless commenter. Sa papa yi edi etuga. Men kan sem kakra nchro. Papa yi emana Prosamils vice president.
Yeah.
No vice president, no say a chairman of police council. Ena papa yi no Kumase as a police officer. No a chaplain within the Ghana police.
Yeah.
Enjoy an say or contest more or less for the position of chaplain general or Ghana police. As software a Ghana police or more head. One year's position. Inti Ekobasano were blaming Prosamil say as the chairman of Ghana Police Council or one mana nyasa position. And wafa NDC and Prosamil's one time.
Tobo. Sasa me awu ken asem kese o. Wo kote no hunu no way Tobo lawyer. Me tell you can say ba me busa say what in enum kasa say sa position na wanya no enu na enam so a wafa NDC one time.
Me say ye ne yakra man resign from Ghana police. Me say ye ne ya man resign from Ghana police. One tears yet unim and that Prosamils no your opposition leader. Papa it meeting at terms I can say they in Ghana for Prosamils as we won't say that. Na Ochediampo na Yesu Christ nkwane asunjwe hili.
Okay.
Na dentina ye free Prosamils when we said 2012 after election petition. Nanado Dankwe Kufado echo na sorry. Okwa sorry unim dia papa kan also nana na the proper asunjwe hili.
Oh, Sabo
become a show. Sani pa onye nyaachum. Onye nyaachum. Look, around 2016, Papa na original simpie so etimi can say Masaloto say impose John Mahama on Ghanaians. Papa. Look, Papa or a low level MPP propagandist.
Aye Bishop E.
Me come show.
Eti wo pa che say Methodist asori no wo mu ntwi omo ho mfiri asema wakai
omo ntwi omo ho mfiri no ho
efri say
Methodist asori one of the biggest churches, respected churches. Papa o disgrace asori no me the Methodist lay preachers asofo omo buo respect for all political opinions in this country. Papa yi and I said to Muma, in a didino, a tiny hatred, a didino mutis answer, a didinipum.
But lawyer, Jinaye was here and I say, Asema Waken, say your Methodist, a sorry in Najina you, and I
American say, say, yeah, I'm sorry in Najina. Then I'll be no action and
what can one the embassy
say? Says it's here, okay, say,
yeah,
if you out the post video to Facebook post. Now, me can say TVSYZ is NDC here. Say TVSYZ makes me about something if it's not to say, say, no, Anna,
no, correct.
And somehow, what can you know? He's always relied on the pulpit of the church to do this. Why is he doing that? What do? You issue a disclaimer, Anna. It's a very simple thing.
But now some no confare ba and as the basis ni nyina so e bi need your can say wo hwe ahokyira ye fam ya so one ye me mfa mo aban e Russia ni Ukraine and afen so your friend say yade akodie wo coronavirus ni sunso aso na owo tidie wo aban yi mu say wo be ye nsiesie. Would you fault him for saying something like that?
Sebi oye papa.
I didn't think any papa.
No, me can't say yeah papa, me say oye papa.
May I show some nasam no ni edi hon komo.
Ah. That's all being yeah papa or on kasempa. Eh?
Mhm.
Me yeah sure see we hu me sada. Me yeah sure see we hu me sada. Look, Prince, by one thing. And can't it now? Yema obi bia keke saa keke. Sebi. Obi bia keke saa jine ka bibia fa mahama hoko. Esu etwa. Etwa.
Okay. Well, lawyer. Yefenzia.
Na 30 seconds.
Right.
30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Sebi, papa is on your MPP propaganda, sir. How can you go and say because your Mahama can say obey repeal e-levy into a treasury NDC bomber cancel free SHS? Oye papa. Sebio, value added tax as he ebema buying 21 billion Ghana cedis. Enya buy bottom neko. And then who daily graphic go on?
Eda.
Front page then eda.
A year state loses 9 billion.
State loses how much?
9 billion. Benchmark values now you introduce you know.
Fantastic.
9 billion Ghana cedis. So minus 9 billion Ghana cedis.
He levy the same
4.5 billion Ghana cedis.
It's abanya sebio. Oye badwin baden no be.
Yenya metie fu ani ahwefo e. Lawyer Medo Ase.
Oh no. Sa atutu bottom tax nso no. E ka sen. Kwame.
Lawyer, ya bra na so. Ya Medo Ase. Ya be hwa ni mu so be studio ho. Na nka nkomo e minim se bebre wo wa wonya ka be ka bra studio. Na ye ni sa nkomo. Medo Ase. Lawyer Eduji Tamaklo na abusuafo. Wo yemra ni mu ni na wa be che na adwen wo de Bishop Yaka. Na de Bishop Methodist Kanem Bishop ano wo bo ase be ka ye. Ni nyina ne kofare ba eye momotuo ya yede abeto Ghana fo so a akotwetwe nkomo twetwe bebre tiresanse na no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enya akwanya no se Ghana da enkwantana no na eho abehia se ebe nsiesie na yetiba boa no my Ghana asori agina no what is bebre to dwa de di makotere akotwe Bishop Yasimaba eye se NDC ba wo betwa eye e-levy anase momotuo yi mu sa nkomo ye ba be this is plus ensem mako du miensa wodi tu dwa kire se Ghana tu sa na mona ebebo ama o my Ghana ya fa ye nteba pa efra abedwafo anya atena ase ba me mo machi mo makọ aba na fe ye tie His Excellency John Mahama ensem ni bi na fe ye de nkomo twetwe no ahihye so owura Michael Ni ya boy anan financial analyst sounds a member of the NDC eja akọ aba
yeah
oh yeah there
Yaminadu.
I will first in a garden say.
Yami.
Fantastic. And I feel so honorable. Mihuna chair. Yes. And our radio power 97.9 and the TV SOS. By the way, radio SOS at Asaba. Omo ye test transmission. Sabra ye kase. Radio go to suit him so. Utim se bibia dane kwemu kama. Nyame mra ne de emre pa. Emre wo we ye ni nkaso. But honorable Timothy Atabwade Awontrem, former member of parliament, Emma Adeshewo, Busa North constituency. Honorable Akwawa. Who are che?
Papa.
About why I can see you.
Because you man away in the doors. So you must build the energy today in order to fight tomorrow.
Zao.
And they build it for the fight ahead.
Fantastic.
Elections, but just small elections.
Fantastic.
We have a lot of work to do.
And we have a lot to talk about this morning as well.
That's
right.
Your hard-working team. I greet everyone.
Fantastic.
Mine's always coming back.
Yes, I'm going to say, now, yes, near His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kanima Mpeni Ekafa, Owura Kenoforiata or finance minister. Any here, said Mampeni Nanado Danko Kufado, Pesi Sika 7 Jina, one pamano. Ye Ralph Nadia Twaso, Ninsam Maku Dumi and Sano, when ye Yamokakra, na Manfo Hunudie, na His Excellency John Mahama Epache, Shadio is say, the Timame.
Presidents must, as a matter of urgency and without further delay, relieve the Minister of Finance of his position. And appoint someone who is focused on national rather than self-interest and who has the requisite skill, experience, and knowledge of public financial management in his stead. The personal benefit that the current minister and his cronies derive from borrowing on our behalf through the commissions they take by their companies who serve as transaction advisors raises an unacceptable conflict of interest situation which must end immediately. It goes without saying that the economic management team, that solid team, has failed and must be reconstituted immediately. We estimate that the hikes in crude oil price will translate into an about 3 billion Ghana cedis, or about $550 million windfall for government this year. Part of this money must go into the sinking fund to build buffers for repayment of the 2025 maturing bonds. A contributing factor to the plummeting of investor confidence in our economy is a practice of underreporting and concealment of key economic indices like the budget deficit, public debt, and net international reserves. For instance, the Bank of Ghana must stop adding the proceeds of our Heritage Fund and other encumbered funds like Eurobond proceeds to our net international reserves to create a false sense that we have more buffers than we actually do. National data and economic indices should be a matter of fact and not subject to needless debate and contention. We cannot be debating the factual level of debt reserves, inflation, kilometers of roads constructed, whether they go from here to China. There must be a clear and measurable reduction in government expenditure. Even though this is not an easy course of action, but it's a necessary one. Nonetheless, I'll be the first to admit, after running an economy on 0% central bank financing in 2016, however, a crisis such as this requires drastic measures. I'm of the view that an open and transparent discussion of the true situation with the citizenry will help achieve this objective.
na de okatwa ato no se ehun be hia se ye bebo dwane atena se ne adwendwen kwan a ye betima fa so ne atoto no ma ye na sika sem no etimi asori agina ne alternatives ne be His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say those accountable for economic challenges must take responsibility. The edikan no enyin tuo mu bi e wo se etimi ba afei the president must remove the finance minister to say the edikan hunu say ye bo ene no e de achemo reconstitute economic management team no omoda economic management team omohwe toto yesika sem no ehun be hia se aban be ye ensakremu anase mampanyi e be ensakremu ave say appoint one of Ghana's renowned economists to lead the economic management team ebia ni boy Michael Anan ebia wono yo boy renowned economist, renowned financial analyst ebia wono mampanyi betima be fa no ordinato economic management team no ano. President must reshuffle his economic management team, reduce borrowing by instituting a moratorium on all non-concessional borrowing, build buffers for repayments for the 2025 maturing bonds. Baby here pa amanfo ya no me compare e-levy to ya GGA o musuro say betimesi ye sika ye de to futuo ma ye de kosi awowa ejina so de kobo bosia no mampanyi John Mahama won nchirechire mu no ohunu ne sɛ yɛkɔ yɛ nim no yɛhyehyɛ mmerɛ bi ne yɛnsi saa adeɛ no anaasɛ yɛntwa saa tokuro no sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a ɛnkɔfa ɔhaw bi amɛto aban a ɛbɛba daakye so maame hyɛ asɛm firi owura Michael Anan hɔ na afei maba honorable Awontirima Tabuade hɔ wɔnea His Excellency John Mahama King nsɛm ne yɛ maako dumiɛnsa ade yɛmfa no maako yɛnhyɛ asɛm firi nea wakyerɛ ɛfa kwan a yɛbɛtumi manage yɛ debt ɛka ɛda yɛ so wohunu ne sɛ.
Well, I think Mechia would hear for you know, and your colleagues, Waha, and your production team. Look, there are two things say and consider. Whether the suggestions or the solutions professed by His Excellency John Mahama is scientifically based or backed. And I say a mere political
and that's what
bonitim na orca, right? In terms of say the debt situation now, yeah, canon. What he tends saying is say, and they are okay and say, look, if you are borrowing and you claim say part of who borrowing will be off balance sheets, no, any books more. Right, you borrowed in terms of the financial clean up exercise now and then you claim say it does not have exposure on your books, but kafufro, but it's a GOG debt. Una oko boss abusiano de koye ni awupsi odi koye, right? And then the aspect of acquiring those debts now. Sometimes you would have to use some of our funds and now say some of our revenue lines as collateral to those debts. Emma, a lot of restriction in terms of your physical space and how creative you can be with your books. And so say share near okayana in terms of how it was backed. No, it was not backed out of some emptiness, but it was backed on solid principles in financial management. Utieni kasana, in terms of the full speech now, or can say prudence, prudence. Now, when you talk about prudence, you economics and economists and say on your prudence, because that is not their orientation. Prudence comes from more accounting-based minds, right? And near president or near Oka, it is based on sound principles. Now let's take it from the point. Say, sack the finance minister. Get the economic management team, the so-called men, out of the way. Because
solid team, no?
They have managed to change themselves into some other species. We are yet to find out. The issue here is, in terms of changing strategy, and with Nyama Asisi in the recent past, it means every country, no matter what, you would have to change your strategy. That shift, to get people to commit to that shift, you will need to make some moves or chess moves to move people around. Get people to commit.
And your policy moment
but this is the basics in change management processes. And I challenge any of them who claim that those ones or those suggestions are not based on sound principles to come out. I think for some time now, because they know that is the truth. That is the only way. You have an economic management team that have managed a mess that is created. A mess created, it is not just coming from the finance minister. A lot is also coming from the EMT, right? And therefore, it is just fair that in the EMT itself, you have to move the people there and bring more prudent-minded people.
That's
well, they claim they had the men. And I don't think, they cannot find men today. If they cannot find men, they should announce it, and then we can help them.
But what His Excellency John Mahama, on what Nania Chabontion, say Yempo be a what bear with Dimwa, what Jidin, and with Yesika 7 to Yemo, Niam Fanan to economic management team nano.
But
what not in any
But this will not be the first time for a government to look outside its normalcy. Ana Nkrofua, Chani Honshia, ni cousins, ni uncles, and all those kind of things. Now, this is not the first time. We can, from President Rawlings under the Fourth Republic, we have seen governments going out or presidents going out of their normal party people to bring in technocrats. They feel, say, to me, abua. And I think, sir, it is a recommendation well situated, especially where we find ourselves. Go and critically read what the finance minister said in his open letter somewhere, I think April 2020, when COVID was on the rise. It is somebody who has given up. It is a comment from somebody who has given up. Well, Oka Bibi to say, Omo share the boss say, ni kabia odi omo no omo presenti letters of credit no order ni hope na nkrofo na ko present. Now that should tell you before someone can present an LC no, not just a LC no, amateur, right? And to who kwa pane Charles ma on ko presenti sa LC na clearly states say you have failed. You failed to manage your debt and how it's possible to actually meet those debts were acquired to yourself. And it is somebody who has threw his hands in the air. Clearly, at that point, it was enough indication for the president to say, Minya, my cousin, it's enough, and let's bring somebody who has a more prudent mind. It has happened under His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. It has happened under President Mills, Ajekum Kufuor, President Ajekum Kufuor, all of them. So it is not new. The only thing that is tiring up the hands of this present government, and I can hazard a guess, that it will open them up, because in a lot of the issues that has engulfed us as a nation, we haven't been transparent, right? Banks here collapse, that brought us about 25 billion in terms of debt sitting in our books, right? It was based on recklessness also on the part of government. UT Bank, any capital bank, government this share, it's about 2 billion. Only 2 billion, right? The other was Construction Bank and Royal Bank. What was their exposure? Tell us as a government. Yes, no, there is no transparency. There was transparency in terms of what was put into the UT and Capital Bank because it was actually acquired by GCB. And GCB acquired this at 95 million, intangible asset, at 95 million cedis. Whereas government in support of the liabilities GCB Afano was only 2 billion.
Okay. So body Mohama me on Mesa Banchain, not yet so. But Mamifa, Honorable Timothy, I want to Matabwande, Emran Common, Honorable War Yeka. Any near was ye na yet to 2 year no my yet to His Excellency Mahama can say, I think so. Economic management team no didn't any today. And they can for their tie and Pamano. I know the web why.
Coming Dwabo Ase. And you see, running an economy is a serious business. It's not for jokers.
Oh.
It's not for jokers. It's a serious business. Sure. I've been saying one thing. Remember debt in her. Anytime we call for accountability, anytime we call for those who have been elected, especially the MPP government, to account the people of this country, it's of right and not of privilege. You must do it. You have no option than to account. In any case, Yankasa Keno for that should come and account about what is happening at data bank to the people of this country. No one has ever asked them to account for their private businesses to the people of this country. But to account the resources that are bequeathed to the people of this country, to them to say that Marcus says he can adhere in a day. The total amount of revenue is over 500 billion. I had the mama say your flashes programs all out there together, free HSS. Your friend is saying one village, one
planting for food and jobs.
Even though it doesn't exist, Guma is not is just about 42 billion Ghana cedis. So where is the over 400 billion? If I'm investing here, anka sasike anka momo the share economy muna economy one. Anka bebia ye drank in drew. Because we have invested into capital investment. So the economy is stagnant, has not opened. Maybe on Bediro no said on where this canintino ama economy it has shrunk back looking at the figures. It should expand. No government from the days of independence Bediro one had that colossal amount of money. We left them 2 oil fields. ESLA, Get Fund, you name the stabilization fund. This is when you need besides some there. What's it COVID? Okay, if it is COVID, then account for us and so on. Hey, we sika. Say, oh, mama, you must say, at the end of the day, that's how head of the department account. I was on accounting. It's not yours. You see, but let's take what John Dramani Mama Kayano. Look, from the point 9, he's saying that. Or say debt servicing rose from 10 billion in 2016 to almost 50 billion as we speak. Debt servicing alone. If you put money, liquid cash, so would you triaka, wako jibusia. Dear na would you triaka, na dear Juma na odi ya would triaka. What work did you use the money to do? That work should pay for the 50 billion, not the taxes of the people. The work now with the year, Jumano, and why I say triaka. Because we are not stable. If you are investing, you should invest in something that will bring returns. Obia kwa jibusia na sa wo de toka. Wo toka o ka na be bo na wo kwa adwuma na wa nya money then you pay back. But wo jibusia no na wo de kwa chinchanga na wo de kwa pemba. You are paying a useless debt. You understand? Now first what I say, our debt accumulation is not in any way in line with investment in capital expenditure. Balloon of local debt. The Ghana's liability to local businesses is over 30 billion. What did you? Government is unable to meet the spending. 6% of health, national health insurance. No? Just 6%. You haven't paid debt. You own contractors. You haven't paid them. So the debt is continually accumulating. It's getting to proportions that Elon Musk cannot buy Ghana. You see, it's figurative. It's figurative. It's just telling us how we've run the economy into tatters. That is the meaning. No one is saying Elon Musk will not buy Ghana. It will even buy Togo. I always cite one example. They should just drive. They should drive to. Honorable, the total amount of free HSS, the total from the year they implement up to now is a little about 5 billion. Factories are what do about to happen. Memebano, but they no go school Kumasi. Free HSS, but they no go. Niaman kwame toma krano go school. A chain 3,000 Ghana cedis. But all purchases are buying home Ghana. A chain 3,000 Ghana cedis. What sort of free education are you running that a parent can spend over 3,000 for the child to get to first year? So now it was Sami Jemfia now a friend is saying the other young man. Kwache. Okay. If you want to ask whether people spend money, don't ask anyone. Go and ask Honorable Joseph Penka former deputy attorney general, Bisano. He wanted to argue, but he made a mistake. Sano mutionka say omoni attention munimshe. Look, osi wono osi my fellow squatching kase parents are paying more than 2,000-3,000 to get their awards. Ono no utia but utia over 900 Ghana, which is almost. I say you have confirmed it.
Let's just but there be person
because on utia 900 utia no infa utia no Upper East. If in Upper East, my old school, you can pay almost 1,000 for someone to go to school. Can you mind the schools in Accra and Kumasi?
No question. Me busa say, all parties are buying and spending peswa. Ewo free SHS. And now one factory, and now planting for food and jobs.
The total amount of money almost spent here is a little above 5 billion.
Okay.
But you've taken over 500 billion from the people of Ghana. More they get fund. 1.5 billion. Some of the tier contractors. I'm almost school infrastructure to help the free HSS. Sikana mukwajiano. Mudi akoto pickups. Mudi akoto produce. Na machro donated by Get Fund. A car that will crash, and that will be the end of the 1.5. No. The projects you would have continued and kebe jinaho for hundreds of years, no. And the amount of fiscal because procurement is where they make the corruption. Menu Kano, just pick your cameras and go to Nungwa Secretary. Go and see the projects that they left there. They are still stand and film everything. Now they are back. No more catch say Sikano 1.5 billion. How many projects? Just Nungwa Secretary. Don't waste your time going to any school. The projects are there. Into the and that is where the investment go. And when the investment they go wrong, the investment goes wrong because you've taken 1.5 billion. Yes, sir. Somebody says, "I'm more fancy dino." Now, more fancy than I would get be different now. Obviously, the debt will be there. The project will be there. So you'll be paying double at amount of money. When was that? Into the Niamana President John Drama. Now they've moved from an economic management to an economic mismanagement team. Absolutely a mismanaging team that is embarrassing even the government. And can you say Kenu Foriata, a president on Nipa and Kowabe Pamano? He would have sacked him, but he knows that Kenu Foriata and keeping his Kanamano. What was that? Yes, but why is the president not sacking Obia Otimi Jai? Even at the time, Anka ye vetino, no number brochure, so on Tia Pontino, ye chance Sanoaba.
No, but hold on, ye pumpkin for your tana, your problems are you coming in a to be Ghana.
And yes, to be tracked to the end, because I don't must say economy, baby, or Marco Druno. When you Einstein put it by Jesus Christ and poor, or Branson, or you know,
and the other
yes, because even there's conflict of interest. The interest is much more bigger chain. The interest of the 30 million of these people. Into no be no ba. That's why when you see a company to borrow and to be transaction advisors to take her, he will manage it well. The amount of money they take as transaction advisors and just small. Banks banks are collapsed. Any prudent fellow all over the world wouldn't have collapsed those banks because it's employment. That's the first. Second thing is that government owns the banks. The third thing is that there's a role will have the banking sector plays in an economy. There's a role they play, especially the local banks. They help maintain cash flat now. Because they are foreign banks, you know. The local banks, and it helped maintain, it expanded the economy. What they would have done was, so when you say 9 billion, no more pumping into the bank, then you change the management. Everybody knows this thing. They've changed management for institutions to go through. And they say iron institutions in the middle were collapsing, and they changed management, and those institutions revamped and recapitalized. But
point argument I'm raising is in the past, my pencil. Momo use a similar strategy. If Ankane watertight and now waterproof strategy, actually anyone, I didn't think your bedroom sat to be a year, and who be here say, I buy a 2 sana mono.
So, what Gila, that is the thinking of failures. Will be our failure. I been in Timu for any further analysis and surgery of the problem is that type of thing like me my what does that mean? If I did it, the Bank of Ghana was the supervising agencies. Probably there was lack of supervising. So strengthen the supervising agencies. Put the money, because actually, if I did it, it didn't work. You come and do and say that let not it work now, and let me give you your what do you normally call them, your benchmarks. Send and pacify, send and pacify. We've seen it several times. People have recapitalized Goel and Bo. Until one of I think the JM's appointee, friend and Kojo Bonsu, came and then recapitalized the whole thing. It's about one of the leading STC was collapsing. And yes, sir, you can name them from one state to the other. So it doesn't matter whether I did it and fail. I did it, but maybe I lacked my supervision. So you can come, change the board of directors, let them be facing the prosecution while the bank as an institution stand. Say scanner Iran, one man can say workers in the D scanner. Say your workers in the deal. It's the board that fails to institute measures against scanner Omudino. So why should the worker face the wrath of the buyer, someone spending money? And
I'll be out in the okay.
And also, like said the banks all over the world, they have a special rule in the economy. If you collapse them, make them CBG. CBG cannot take the activities of 9 banks. No. 9 banks, no more Juma. They wouldn't under one umbrella. CBG will not have the capacity, no matter what they do. It was mobilizing small amount of money at the local level. And people were beginning to inculcate into their mind the art of saving and borrowing at the local level. Which bank was doing that? Shayuni Bank. Look at that man. And some these banks are now most of the contractors in okay. You cannot go and take money, give it to people who have worked for Ghana, and you won't pay them and turn around collapse people, businesses, and create unemployment. So the issue about John Mama say the economy, we should do buffers. The buffer will do the sinking fund. The sinking fund was simply say, go on, so create the buffers. Dear John Mama follow step by step and see what he has said, whether it's true or not. Because your debt is over 84%. How are you going to pay? Look, among the quantum of the issue is that even NDC, we are going to come with heavy solutions, but what we are going to face in our first 4 years, we have to do a lot of sacrifices.
But quick one, Sabah for Asemi plus expenditure, because we hear His Excellency John Mahama was say a buying in fact clear and measurable expenditure in your day and to acquire. And above Asemi our boss, we may say Ora Michael and Mami. And then another issue raised or say plug the loopholes that causes severe leakages in government. No people say
and even tax exemption alone is over 5 billion.
Yes.
Tax exemptions is over 6 billion. Why do you do that?
Michael, question on the plugging of loopholes no. Well, perhaps maybe a reaction be or wait me. But plugging of the loopholes no be say John Mahama can say plugging of loopholes. Na penso what me as idea no.
But behind besides Jimmy questions.
But Jimmy questions say
government is continuum. If Mahama didn't do
but you can was here
it's even a non-starter.
It's a non-starter
because
revenue there will always be loopholes in revenue collection.
There would even in the advanced countries there are loopholes.
Right.
What you seek to do, say you will limit them. Say in look, the biggest challenge this government faced was procurement, and it happened in the election year 2020, as reported by the Auditor General. It is clear, and he said, "Or can say the government must do well to plug the loopholes now." On him, exactly where, or the government should know exactly where they have to do well in. Now, the issue about expenditure, we should understand, say, it's about appetite. And that is the reason why I have myself always said, say, the finance minister should be made to leave the office he's occupied. Now, look, before you revise for 2020, when COVID hit, revise budget. We had already gone for the rapid credit facility. What did we present to the IMF? We said we would have about 4 billion shortfall in revenue. And then we said we would reduce expenditure by 8 billion. This is where we have budgeted almost 89 billion as expenditure. At the end of the day, we spend well over 110, 20 billion, if my memory serves me right. This is an appetite of a government. Meanwhile, Nyayeka said losing over 5 billion. We were able to make it up to reach the target of, I think, 54, 55 billion in terms of revenue. Into the revenue, and Tochima, we got the revenue we wanted. The issue there was our expenditure level. Did we, or were we that prudent, and did we live within our means? This is something we budgeted for. This is something we went to the IMF to tell the IMF and say, look, we can reduce expenditure to this tune. What happened there? What happened is that you have somebody who really don't care. You have a Keynes mindset. That thing say, look, if I should put in more money, so unguided into the economy, it will produce some good money for me. When in fact that wasn't the case. So like my Honorable Timothy said right here, where did we invest all the monies, all the revenues we got?
Yeah.
To unproductive sectors.
No, but I didn't say about tracking. Unproductive sectors near here.
Well, unproductive sectors, you have borrowed more than your physical space should permit you. Look, and this is why I would say, the finance minister and the EMT we have are not people of prudence. They don't have prudent minds. And this is very simple. Ask yourself, our debt situation, how did we get there? We had physical consolidation. We have had physical consolidation up to 2019. That was when we were in the IMF program. So debt to GDP was hovering around 65%. Forward, where there was nobody behind us, there was no cane behind us, there was no teacher on our head, there was no supervisor. That was when we started borrowing almost $3 billion every year on the bond market. But where or what were the reasons why we were borrowing these monies? Only to take care of the financing of the budget. And see, it was not really for a certain capital expenditure. Yenim said it could pay for itself in the medium to long term. No. So this is a government. Yes.
Wow. And
that is what was being put in capital expenditure. And even that, at the end of the day, what benefit is coming out of those investments we made? Now, the other issue you should ask yourself is, one district, one factory. Is it really a one district, one factory? No, it's not. It's a waste of everybody's time. You have a company that is not able to produce and produce effectively and efficiently because of certain reasons, bad roads, energy costs, and all those things. And so the person is not able to break out or be successful. Now, for a company not so successful, I'll say, okay, if I can put myself under the one district, one factory program now, I will have tax exemptions. And this is what necessitated a lot of the companies we find on one district, one factory to jump into the program, just to have the tax exemption. Not because They are liquid, not because they are profitable, not because the business venture itself makes sound economic sense to actually invest in. Then government says that, let me go and invest in that just because I have named a flagship program, one district, one factory, and I must justify it.
It's a wrong investment.
A wrong investment.
But say, what business be a sorry agina?
Business na ahi and sorry agina. Government should tell us, say, we have put in so much in terms of tax exemption. And the returns in terms of production VAT has gone up. Then government is making sense. Then it means that those on the EMT are thinking. It means we have a finance minister who knows what he's doing. Other than that, what we are doing is a waste of time. We are putting money in things that we just don't understand. And it is just purely because we want to justify the program.
NAPCO can reconcile NAPCO adiano with asema ya title film more NDC for say ye sika semon to ye said ya ban si normal consumption economy money ya one.
NAPCO is the most useless program ever implemented.
Oh
yes.
NAPCO na ama mebru bi antena fie no no munya bibi
is the most useless program. Look, ask yourself, if you are paying 700 cedis to any young Ghanaian man, the transport cost, the feeding alone, how much would that take every month out of that 700 cedis? What it means, they say, a young man will not have enough to invest. Who see, okay, it is for them to understudy and learn.
Yeah.
Understudy what and learn what?
No many experience.
What experience?
Ejuma
Ben.
Wherever
they were put, they were not put at places that they would get that experience you are talking of. No. GRA, how are they using them? They are not using them as part of their critical staff. They are using them to just go out there and collect us. Okay, NAPCO for mobile. Either to know we were not able to collect this amount of tax. NAPCO for mobile and Omo collecting this amount of tax. And this is the investment that we have put in. To justify it. Bring the numbers to justify it. And then we'll all realize how useless that program was. Now, let me tell you something. For a capitalist government, as they claim, what I had expected from them, they say, if you have 100,000 people in this country, now country must say, I have given you a tax rebate of this much. Go out there and work and come back to the GRA, file your tax returns. And when you have made losses, I will audit those losses and I will give you back that money to the tune or to the limit of that probably 6,000 that I have to spend on you yearly. That would have brought creativity out of the young people to go on their own venture. And the issue here also is, who told you that there aren't a lot of young men out there who are taking on production on their own self? They cannot do it well because, one, they don't have proper guidance. They don't have proper means to financing. Tax is on their head. And therefore, these were the reasons young men cannot take up some of these creative roles. So for a government to say, oh, they needed work, and so let me just bring them in. No matter the work they do, I am prepared to spend so much without looking at the benefits that will accrue to you as a government, makes the program the most useless.
Okay, Michael Obeso Obodu ma menka say abono nkra pa o ma aduanan ensia wugusu a wutie Dwabo Ase o power 97.9 Ora Michael and financial analyst and afenso honorable Timothy Awontre Matavwade, former member of parliament ma ade share Obusa North constituency any atenase a ye pense ensema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ditu dwa say eye nso anu aduro ema ye sika sem entoto ya adane abutu baby a ye gina sabre eye sika aban enya ene nia wode ye honorable Timo meba on chen wodo Mahama nchirechire mu no wo say yema ne nda di pefe ɛyɛ sika aban enya sɛ fa to gigye mu bosia wo bɔ ne ho kro no ba ɛno ne ade ɛbɛboa na de aban yɛ wɔn dan ne di.
You see, on the Abanian, they are not transparent. And there's always a grand deception of the people and to cover up. I've given the total amount of money. If you take Auditor General report, over 33 billion, plus COVID scan over 33, is over 67 billion that has gone wasted. Auditor General report, over 33 billion, plus over 33 billion COVID, you know. What the Boma is saying is over 67 billion that has gone wasted. Nothing.
Wasted.
Yes, I know. Yes, COVID sikai dear no me die okroma. In any case, share COVID no yadie bi a ede ade bone ba out of that COVID we generated money to cover the holes. We use COVID no, you use COVID as a stepping stone to go borrow. Scan who borrow no now with the year den. You can some almost say measures are present and the two hunting of COVID and spread. What were the measures? I've been asking that question after to be into me.
You can't say them.
Then no more here. COVID and spread. What did they do? Bronu our policies now the buy no.
What's it? Bronu
our policies now for free a breach the buy na. Wow. They are Bronu when they are second hand because in the advanced countries they use nose mask. They wash their hands with sanitation. They do social. The so COVID no kumu no. So these were policies are how you see wo honomo. Anye ye ana mo kwaji de ba Ghana. Inti bronu wa una anye ye na mo de ba na be stop COVID. They did stop COVID. So why would they be telling us that the president put in place and COVID didn't spread? And the time behind me come out and say COVID now spread no, is simply by the grace of God. If the COVID had come like a core US, a core Italy, a core France, a core European Union, anchor 100 of it landed here, because His Excellency the President will not be alive.
But I'm saying go for you,
I'm saying go for you,
It's
because of that you borrowed to fix it. If it wasn't there, why would the IMF give you a rapid 1 billion for what work did you do? Sikampo and Fanya, total amount is $2 billion. $2 billion, dear nom the year. It's not for the president. It's for the 30 million people of the country. Forensic audit. Remember that CBB I didn't know Auditor General present COVID scanner sinche. Auditor General gives reports or state agencies and institutions throughout on the expenditure. I don't know COVID no you sinche. Say be and then you don't have anything to hide. Bring it and we'll see. Safini, we don't have to be talking about this thing. It's even incumbent on them, and it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility to tell the people this is the man I use for. Such can you know go elections. No go I didn't sure so go elections. No 6 million votes, and this is 6 million votes. To a mama Thomas and I can go elections.
Was this Ghana
go election? They pumped it into elections. I mean, we've said and your mama
but mama cheme normal wo susu say ya dancing dia HSS.
Minia, before even these elections, candidates no want to filing forms. They couldn't pay. They couldn't even buy their own forms to fill. Memo concern I'm a former MP. Election me call. Me say a candidate. No. With me call polling station. Candidate are no issue. Me call polling station. Or the Niaman come on. No as how more 2,000 account.
But some more financiers.
Which financiers?
Why a member of parliament that
politicians because the financiers that cannot spend that amount of money. Billions. And I'm also an executive member of the former MPs Association. The last Sona address, your coin after the program I have to go and sit. Any former MPs now me MPP MPs in a kotnaye. Omo kasa no bi omo ano kasa sika na omo pump go elections no mu no. And a BNC will chrome harder. I didn't say that. And we hear
someone who can bedroom.
Yes,
and
what is bedroom kukum?
Bedroom say publicly.
Publicly you can talk about because I was with them. It's private conversation. But I share as former MPs, even sitting members of parliament, you can't know and it's true, everybody is aware. Most of seats now, especially northern region, that mango seat niki kahuni na. Sika no toye. Peter Mewunu, those seats are not for them. They cannot hold on. I have to say the boa eshe, no akofa Peter Wisam. You can hold up to some time, you leave it. Those seats they will leave them when it comes to the election. They are going because it's hot seats. They are not your seats, but you literally bought sika na fire. Why would you pay so much money? I don't know the day no 6 million votes. And this is 6 million votes. This is kind of see projects are. Boy, look at the whole country. Where are the projects?
Some His Excellency Nanado Danko Kufuor chair say akwan no yemi
on our Dantino. Ankanyan dansema. And then they even give you a speech. And you go and read wrong things. Down on the doors. To me, I don't blame him because he's even at the international level. What was that? A man penina, what you call leaking national security. Some Emma Sewa Brunino. You trust that fellow?
And the allegation,
allegation. The woman said that. Look, the woman said that.
No, as against the president.
So what? So who then the president should deny it, and I want to read it.
So what do you mean making conclusive?
I can make because the vice president office responded and used the word scandal. If you want, I'll read the whole statement. The vice president distanced themselves and said that their interest was to use money to settle the issue, and they contacted prominent people. And again, no some are dangerous when the issue was that the man penny catcher say. National security by Jin phone free no.
My point is saying
he has licked his swore and oath not to leak national security to foreign people. And the national security told him that the girlfriend Jin phone I delete picture and the president no could leak information and the girlfriend no. If national security capos will discuss with the president. Now I catch your girlfriend say national security show. Now you phone. You've leaked national security information to a Canadian.
But I say again, a lady as against them, but
no, don't run away from those things. They are part of a expenditure and a cost run.
Yes.
And because if the president spend out of that to keep a number of girlfriends, that expenditure go. Because man 20,000, yes, sir. Some uncle Dija.
Interesting.
Beyond that, the president travel in the luxurious job to meet all those.
Okay.
You know, or they go through her by.
When I can wear my last
summer and a good and Nungwazen or go for the buy.
I can't be Simanum, honorable. I want to my tabadi. When you are came in for you, and Michael and honorable Timo. It's just say at this will be so my Ghana, baby. I want it appears a situation a hopeless, even though solutions in the market. But a baby or babyano or baby swan or my pa. It didn't as I buy a Mike, which has everyone.
Well, you can never say, sir, it's a complete hopeless situation. And the well, but it is hopeless because you don't see any genuine attempt to resolve the issues. That is what makes it hopeless. Trust me, the moment there is a change of government, that alone will bring back some confidence into the system. And then Nkrofo Kita Sikawa Kroma, they would want to do nothing with those monies because they don't trust the system and how it is being operated. And see, that is the first thing. Yeah, development partners themselves don't trust this current government any longer. You cannot say, you have been so much reduced on the international rating by the international rating agencies, and you still believe, you have a strong robust economy. And then you go around preaching that. You can tell that to the rest of us. But when you go out there, it is not like that. People will not just get up and invest in Ghana without looking at what the rating agencies are saying. And what the rating agencies are saying is, you are a junk.
A junk economy.
You are a junk economy. To me, they are advising investors say, and for Osika and Koshegan.
Yes, I say.
And yes, sir, you risk. So it is not something that His Excellency President Mahama is just saying out of nowhere because of political expedience. No.
But
it is more deep-seated. Yes. Anybody who is able to appreciate where we find ourselves is the first step of getting the solutions to the issues. A shift in strategy, a commitment to get it done. And he has exhibited that. Look, he said, during his tenure, there was zero financing from BOG. Is it true or false? Now, every economist, name them from Ray Dalio to whoever, will tell you, the moment you start financing yourself from the central bank, you risk shooting yourself in the foot economically.
There were 2 minutes. My Honorable Timo, that opportunity. Fire.
Sure. Look, it's easy. Like my brother has said a lot of things. But 13 points resolution or the president who implement them. And do much more capital investment than consumption. That is it. You have to reduce your consumption and put in capital expenditure, best expand the economy. The economy can absorb your debt level. It can absorb unemployment rate when it begins to expand. And we can expand tremendously on the agri sector. The agri sector, may offend the agro. And yet this useless program of your friend
planting for food and
jobs. There's nothing like that. Wow. It's one of the most useless programs on the whole globe. Because there was nothing attached to it.
I can 30 seconds.
The name can but there is planting for food and job. Banche is planting for food. You must divide the country into cereal producing areas, into rice producing, into tuber producing, into different produce, so that you will be able to monitor and know the quantum of production that has come from one area. That is where you can say that the planting has brought food, it has brought jobs. But as we sit today, there's nothing that say planting for fertilizer how much do over 900 million Ghana cedis. Fertilizer fine. You understand? So first of all, we have to reduce frivolous expenditure. Expenditure be a emfa reduce a number of appointments and so on, and then invest in the state. Most of the CEO, most of the SOs is now collapsing. We need new management. We need to put more money. We need to recapitalize.
Right.
Yes, Anna, it will pick more people and then come in with more.
But I say, Honorable Timothy Awontere Matabwade, former Member of Parliament, Bosa North Constituency, and Ura Michael Niya Boy Anan, a financial analyst. And I think so as a member of the NDC, I was for Madam Ase, and Mubra Munyama. Sounds like Damunya Mase, Samunya Bretie, a share ye, a TVS Rise and a power 97.9. Ochanya, do my dear bay, if I saw the Shas view, Nayina, or my gun and tea, a bedroom your man home, and with Dwabo Ase. The moment you bye bye.